Ride is brought to you in part by 866 Law Friend. Ride safe, ride smart. Offices in Palm Harbor.
For all those people that are all smart about talking kids, Arnie and K Fizz, they know what's going on. What you gonna do when Born to Ride runs wild on you, brother?
When it comes to affordable motorcycle insurance in Florida, Georgia, or Alabama, there's only one name to remember: Jeff Ard.
With over 30 years of riding experience, Jeff recognizes what a biker looks for when it comes to coverage for their bike. He understands the benefits that are available to you to get the most coverage for the most practical price. Benefits like taking the Safe Rider course, organizational discounts, prior insurance discounts, Safe Rider discounts, and Jeff provides a transfer discount, which means that if you have the coverage now and you bring that coverage to Allstate, you will receive up to an 18% discount for the first year, a 12% savings for the second year, and continues with a 7% discount for the third year.
If it's available, Jeff's going to make sure you have it.
Jeff Art Insurance, serving Florida, Georgia, and Alabama. Call 850-575-2533 or get a free quote today at jeffartinsurance.com.
What can Jeff do for you?
Find us on Facebook, Born to Ride TV and Magazine, the ultimate multimedia biker experience.
So, what is love? Love is being independent. Love is dancing. At Shriners Hospital for Children, love is a new smile.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child regardless of the family's ability to pay. If you know a child that needs help, please call or go online today.
Everyone was right, I was born to ride.
Born to Ride is a multimedia marketing and promotional machine with TV, magazines, streaming radio, and internet advertising opportunities. There are tens of thousands of motorcycles. We reach the people who ride them. Born to Ride. Find out more at borntoride.com.
Born to Ride magazine, the hottest, baddest, most popular magazine for the biker lifestyle. Hard-hitting, action-packed, up-to-date, real content, exclusive stories and interviews that always leave you wanting more. Local and national coverage that you can always count on. Born to Ride magazine can now be delivered directly to your door. $39.95 for 12 issues. Order now. Order now. 888-795-5779 or check out BornToRide.com.
Born to ride.
Check out the all-new BornToRide.com with radio, TV, industry, adventure, events, magazine, social media, and much more. It's the all-new BornToRide.com.
Yes, it is. The all-new... What? Oh. Sorry, all-new Born to Ride. Well, you know what? It's Born to Ride radio tonight, people. That's what it's all about. That's because it's Tuesday night, and that's what we do on Tuesday night here at Born to Ride. We do Born to Ride radio. And I got a bunch of interviews lined up and a bunch of special stuff for y'all. You guys are going to love the show tonight. And for what it's worth, we have quite a bit to talk about because there was a big deal that went on over there with the St. Pete Grand Prix and the Racers Group and Kevin Buckler and some of those people, Adobe Road Winery. And we're going to have a bunch of interviews coming up here. People are going to be on the phone with me and making stuff happen. But right now, I got a line open, but it's 813-756-6444. If you want to call into the program, you can. So, one of the deals. Yeah, the big Grand Prix thing going on. And then we got the Wildwood Bike Fest thing going on. So we're going to talk to people that are involved in that. And next month, Scooter Saloon, we're going to talk to people about that. We're going to talk to a lot of people, and we're going to have a lot of interviews. So we want you to, we're compelling you to, hey, stay tuned to us because we're cool. Because we really are. It's once a week, Tuesday night, Born to Ride Radio. It's happening. We're making it happen, and we're not going to stop making it happen because we got a lot of stuff to report on. we got more stuff than we need to report on, really. So for whatever that's worth, I'll start it off because it's this weekend, and Oz has been promoting this event. You know, Bikers in Blue, the Autism Awareness Run. Now, P.J. Dillon's Irish Pub and Grill at 2836 East Barris Avenue in Tampa, Florida. We're going to have that thing starting at 8 o'clock in the morning, all right? And then there's a lot of live music, and there's a lot of stuff. I've been invited. I might actually make it out there. I don't know if I'm bringing my guitar or not. I think maybe I will. Maybe I'll play some. Who knows? But there's a lot of things going. This thing is a good benefit. This is the second annual Bikers in Blue poker run. And you know what? It's worth it to go out there and, you know, show your support, help try to bring an answer, a cure, research to those people that are suffering with autism. And I did a lot of research here lately, and I found out that I thought it was something that just affected, you know, young adults, children. Perhaps when you got 21, you'd outgrow it. Not so much. Not so much at all.
I was born to live.
I appreciate that. They're playing my theme song. I can tell you, when I learned all that I did learn, we actually got people that are coming out to speak on behalf of the people that go out and try to get this autism thing aware, the awareness group, and a actual person that I don't remember the name right now because I don't have it written down. That's my bad. But anyway, this is a poker run thing. So you know what? You might win some money. You might not. Or you can always walk away from there knowing that you did something good for the community and for people with autism. That's what we do as bikers, and that's what we have to continue to do. So if you continue to believe and you continue to make things happen, then everything's going to be good. And this is a good run. And it's not just one of those where you just go around the block. I mean, the thing goes from P.J. Dillon's to Finish Line over in Plant City, San Antonio, Florida for San Ann Liquor and Lounge, and the Pit Boss on Bush Boulevard for an extra stop, and then you got Doc's Pub and Grill all the way up in Dade City, and then Buckets Tavern and Tap. And then you go back to P.J. Dillon's for the awards, and whoever wins, wins. And there'll be some money involved here for you guys that want to go out and ride. And I found out one thing about most of these events, and that is that this is a great event. And what's going to happen is whoever wins the money on the poker run is more than likely going to just, hey, here, you can have the money back. Because that, as bikers, that's what we do. So we have that thing, that little gene in our makeup, if you want to say, that, well, we have a giving heart as bikers, and we try to go out and help the community and help causes that we believe that are valid causes, and this is a valid cause. You know, I mean, it's an autism awareness thing, and if you don't know that the thing Autism Speaks, well, it's a pretty big outfit, and they're trying to get people to be aware and get people to step up and try to find a cure for this, or whatever we got to do, the genetic issue that comes with it. We're trying to get that handled, make it go away. Do the research. If medication is required, develop that. If there's a treatment required, develop that. That's what all this is about, people. It's not about anything other than that. So that's why I encourage you all to go out and support Autism Speaks, the second Bikers in Blue poker run. That's Saturday, April the 15th at 8 a.m. I think, like I said, I'm planning on coming by there. It's over on Barris Avenue in Tampa, so I'm planning on coming by there and representing for the company and representing for everybody and representing. That's all you can do is represent, right? I mean, we're bikers. We make stuff happen all the time. Let's continue to make it happen. This is a good run. Now, I talked to you. I was teasing you up a minute ago about the St. Pete Grand Prix and about what all that was and how we got to go over and see Dimmitt and see the Racers Group and Mike Buckler and a bunch of these people. And we wanted to say thanks to all of them for participating with us. And they're coming in and hopefully they're going to come in and be part of my racing program that's going to be on here on Sunday. And hopefully you're going to enjoy what I'm fixing to put on for you here, because we have had rave reviews over how, okay, these guys are race car drivers, right, but not like NASCAR. I mean, it's Grand Prix stuff, and it's way different. However, for whatever it's worth to you, most of these guys own motorcycles. Matter of fact, Bob Page is one of the principals in that big corporation and part of the Racers Group. And what he did was, up until a few years ago, owned a thing called American Motorcycle Company. And you'll get to see all of that here in about 5 minutes, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you in on the whole show. And this is what we needed to do, wanted to do, and are going to do to try to keep supporting these guys that, everyone except the driver that I interviewed was like saying, yeah, I don't have a bike right now. Well, but he did, right? Everybody that's involved in racing has a motorcycle for some reason or another. We haven't figured it out if it's just a risk-taker thing or if it's a thing that, wow, this is exciting, just like being on the racetrack within perilous inches of a concrete wall. I almost said inch all, because the wall is so close and you're going so fast. It's like you could end up kind of messed up, injured, damage to the equipment. You have to be mentally, physically, and absolutely you have to be prepared throughout the whole trip. So racing and motorcycling, it's got some, pretty much a lot of it is exactly the same. Not that we try to encourage going too fast on the motorcycle or trying to encourage doing something wrong. I'm just saying, don't take a risk when you're on your bike, people. If you're racing, it's an inherent risk. So we're going to continue on with the program, but honestly, I have my whole sheet here of what I'm supposed to be doing, and the one thing I'm supposed to be doing is letting you guys in on this, because it's a good one. It's a really good one. So I'm going to crank it up and get her rolling. And then I'm going to be interviewing people and taking phone calls and having a good time with all y'all tonight. That's what we do on Born to Ride Radio every Tuesday night from 8 o'clock till 11 o'clock. We're here. We're making it happen because we are born to ride. And that's what we are. And if you're born to ride and I'm born to ride and everybody out here is born to ride, well, here we go.
Down
to Ride is brought to you in part by 866 Law Friend. Ride safe, ride smart. Offices in Palm Harbor.
Thanks for tuning in to Born to Ride TV, the longest-running biker TV show in the world. This week, it's a pre-race party for the St. Pete Grand Prix at Dimmitt Auto Group with Austin Martin Racing and the Racing Group. Craven Moorhead gets the full story in a classy, powerful report. And find out about Scooter Saloon and Born to Ride Springtime Biker Bash. All this and so much more here on Born to Ride.
For all those people that are all smartened up talking kids, Arnie and K-Fizz, they know what's going on.
What you gonna do when Born to Ride runs wild on you, brother?
Same every time, but yet it gets better every time, just like Kevin's warning. I want to thank Peter Dimmitt, who's here tonight. Peter, whose family allowed us to do this event. And I want to thank all you folks, because we always see new faces here. And the event keeps getting better and better, and that's because of you. And without further ado, I'm going to introduce Kevin Buckler with the race team for Aston Martin this week.
Hi, Craven Moorhead here for Born to Ride TV, and I'm with the owner of the Racers Group, and this is Kevin Buckler here. He's going to give us a little insight on what's going on here at the St. Pete Grand Prix. We're going to be covering this for a while. So, Kevin, tell us what's happening out here.
You bet. Thanks, Craven, and thanks, Born to Ride, guys. We're here at the Dimmitt Automotive Group tonight. We're kicking off our week like we always do here, celebrating our brand that we run here, Aston Martin. It's their dealership, and this is the big St. Petersburg Grand Prix, Pirelli World Challenge. It's their opening round here in St. Petersburg, and so we're racing the very lethal Aston Martin GT3.
Oh yeah,
running up front with James Davison, our driver. We had a great practice day today, and we're working real hard. We have two races, one on Saturday, one on Sunday. We do a combined race now, IndyCar and the sports car guys, and the sports car guys have done a fantastic job building the brand. We run and own one of the top teams here, and we're very excited to be here. And St. Petersburg's just a welcoming community and city. We're glad.
About half or more, or almost everyone that races and involved in this, in Grand Prix, IndyCar, NASCAR, any of that stuff, they own motorcycles.
There's a whole lot of bikes out there. You guys know about Daytona and Speed Weeks. I'm down there for 2 of those weeks, and then we're out in Northern California a bunch too. So the crossover has been interesting because we see the same thing with cars. You go anywhere in the United States on a Sunday, there's a cars and coffee group, and we have tons of bikes out at the Sonoma Grand Prix and the stuff out there. So I've got a bunch of friends that they're all over too. So it's the two worlds have collided in a positive way. Great fun, great lifestyle, and a lot of guys your my age too going out and having some fun nowadays. So
well, you know what? Okay, so all right, we both admit we're not spring chickens, but guess what? We're still out there. We're still risk taker. We're still enjoying the high-powered lifestyle. And you guys are racing cars out here. You're going 100, 200 miles an hour. You guys, this ain't your regular old NASCAR, let's sit at home and drink beer kind of thing. This is some really serious racing with very expensive automobiles.
Yeah, and it's funny. We're at a street course here, and so there's not a lot of room. Actually, there's there's no room for errors. You know, a small mistake is a concrete wall here, and not only is the car wrecked, but the driver can get hurt really badly. So it's it's very challenging for the drivers and the teams, and we have all the top manufacturers here. We're racing against the top factory Bentleys, McLarens, Ferraris, and Porsches. So it's pretty cool. We've got to hold our end of the bargain up though and do a good job. But the fans will be out there in droves on Saturday and Sunday, and we look forward to putting on a good show. That's what we do.
I guarantee you guys will. And this is not the only show. Ladies and gentlemen, they still race at Daytona. They still race out at Laguna. They race everywhere. And that's what I want you to say. Your circuit, it's like you say, it's like a circus. Your circuit, you tear it down, you set it up, and you go back for another one.
Well, we started it this year at the Daytona 24, and for our team, and I love to say it, I mean, we've that's a big race for us. We've won it 4 times, and I was our professional driver for 15 years. I won the race twice, in 2002 and 2003, once overall. That little race in France called Le Mans, we got to race in that, and I won that in 2002. Kind of helped propel our team to where we are today, and then I went from athlete to owner in 2004, and actually made a good transition. It was not easy, but it worked. We raced at Laguna Seca twice, Mid-Ohio, Watkins Glen, all the great places. We'll do Long Beach here in a couple of weeks for the Long Beach Grand Prix, but we're at Daytona once, Sebring once, all the big tracks. Lime Rock, a lot of the same places the bikes run. So how about
and they do, and that's why I wanted to bring this to our viewers, because it is the St. Pete Grand Prix. People, this ain't a joke. This is a really big race, and yeah, like you said, you race everywhere. I want to say thank you so much for taking the time, and we appreciate what you bring to our community. Our community loves this. I mean, and we are absolutely 100% behind everything that you guys do out here. This is a different kind of racing. This isn't roundy rounds like I used to run when I was a little kid. This is all about things. Oh, by the way, you're never too old to get back behind the wheel.
Yeah, I still like to drive once in a while for testing. I got to keep these young guys in line, when tracks that I'm familiar with. But thanks for saying that. Not this weekend. I'm on the pit box. But thanks, Craven. Born to Ride guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate having a chance to talk to you guys.
Thank you so much, Kevin. It was very nice to talk to you on the air. And keep this, guys. Remember this one thing. We always chase speed, no matter what we do. It's Born to Ride television. Stay tuned for more. I'm Craven Moorhead, and we'll be right back.
Sunday, May 7th, Find It Now GPS Security and attorney Fran Hosh, 866 Law Fran, presents Scooter Saloon and Born to Ride's Springtime Biker Bash. It's happening at Scooter Saloon, located at Harley-Davidson of Brandon. It all starts at 12 noon. Live music with internationally known rock and roll star Tampa Bay's very own Kenny McGee. Then, live in concert, one of the hottest bands in the state, a tribute to Southern Rock and Leonard Skinner. It's Tommy Rocks and Nothing Fancy. These guys will rock the stage, so don't miss it. Born to Ride TV taping and magazine shoot, so bring your bikes and get on TV and Born to Ride magazine. A 10-class custom ride-in bike show sponsored by 866 Law Fran and Find It Now. Sign up 11 to 3. Bikini bike wash, plus vendors, prizes, great food, ice-cold Budweiser, and friendly vendors with great products. And it's all emceed by Craven Moorhead from Born to Ride Radio. It's Biker Appreciation. It's Women's Riding Month. It's the place to ride over and have a great time with your friends. It's the Scooter Saloon and Born to Ride's Springtime Biker Bash, Sunday, May 7th. Don't miss it.
Born to Ride is brought to you in part by 866 Law Fran. Ride safe, ride smart. Offices in Palm Harbor.
Check out the Born to Ride radio show every Tuesday night, 8 to 11 p.m. See it live streaming on BornToRide.com. Call in and be a part of the Born to Ride radio show. Studio line 813-756-6444.
Center is the biggest and best destination for new and used motorcycles, four-wheelers, dirt bikes, and jet skis. This place is worth a look. Visit funbikecenter.com. Fun Bike Center is open late every Wednesday night till 8 for Bikers Night next door at Mojo's Wings, Burgers, and Beer.
Check out the all-new BornToRide.com with radio, TV, industry, adventure, events, magazine, social media, and much more. It's the all-new BornToRide.com.
Sister company to the Racers Group. We race Porsches, Lamborghinis, Aston Martins. We use that same drive to excellence, that passion to succeed, to drive our wines. And in the last year, we've had seven of our new releases become 90-point or better wines in Wine Spectator and the Wine Advocate. We handcraft small lot, single vineyard, single varietal wines in lots of 100 to 500 cases from prestigious vineyards in various growing regions throughout Napa and Sonoma County. Our winery is located in Petaluma, California, a great little spot that is the gateway to wine country coming from San Francisco. We have a great new wine tasting room that's open in the Petaluma Mill on 6 Petaluma Boulevard North. You can reach us at 707-939-9099 or on the web at adoberoadwines.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are back at Born to Ride TV. I'm here with Bob Page. He's the COO of the Racers Group, and I'm going to tell you, this is a big business, Bob, so we want to talk a little bit about that and what it takes to put this kind of an event on.
You know, it's an exciting opportunity for all of our sponsors, partners, and people engaged with us here this weekend and at all the events we do across the country. What we try to do that's a little bit different to other sports car racing teams is we try to bring our partners to the events to connect and to interface with other business leaders. It's a great B2B business networking opportunity. It's business activation, but I think more importantly than anything, it's giving people an opportunity to experience a bucket list experience that they'd never be able to experience anywhere before.
We're going to talk about the winery because that's part of the sponsorship, that's part of the B2B that you got going on right now.
One of the great things that Kevin and Deborah Buckler have done over the years is Kevin is passionate about racing, but he's also passionate about wines. He got involved in the winery business 15 years ago and motor racing 26 years ago. The thing that's happened that's been phenomenal is that he's learned and identified that bringing the two cultures, the two experiential opportunities together, fine wines and racing cars and the sports car marketplace really work together, especially when trying to work with affluent CEOs and executives of major Fortune 500 companies.
And we discussed a bunch with the guys that used to drive. I don't know if you were ever a driver. You might have been, yeah?
Oh, no, just a motorcycle rider.
There you go. We're going to talk about motorcycling now because from what I understand, you still own motorcycles and you actually were in the motorcycle business. Tell us a little bit about that for the viewers.
It sure was. Back in 2003, we started a motorcycle company called American Motorcycle 1902. We were an OEM VIN manufacturer of custom motorcycles. But the thing that differentiated us is we had models and we had VIN product, but we customized it for our customers. customers. So if you wanted a different engine, or if you wanted a different paint job, if you wanted full billet, we created the bike for you, but did it off of a foundation of a VIN product. Had a lot of fun, ran that business till 2009. Unfortunately, like a lot of the small OEMs in the industry at that time, when the financial market collapsed, a lot of the financing and funding went away to allow us to be able to put flooring inventory into dealers. So we're no longer in that business. I'm now in sports cars and having a lot of fun doing it.
That's the one thing that I want to talk about. I mean, what's the difference between building motorcycles like that and racing cars? You're involved in all of that, man. And I'm going to tell you, this is a big deal here at the Grand Prix. And everywhere that you guys go, you're on a big circuit.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun. And, the thing that's interesting today is that, Kevin is an individual owner, team owner. And today we're competing with factory-sponsored teams of factory drivers. So the industry is changing a bit. There's no question about it. But when you look at the technology that goes into these cars and what's involved, it's pretty incredible. We just got a new 911 GT3R. We raced at 24 Hours of Daytona, and that car came in, and you start taking the fenders off and looking what's under the hood. It's a hell of a lot different than an old S&S engine. Technology today, just amazing what we can do with these cars, and tuning and suspension management. It's a whole different world. It's really something to appreciate, if you're a car guy or motorcycle guy, because it really takes talent to create and build these cars and deliver the experience that we all get to enjoy.
Well, I'm going to tell you something, Bob. And I said this, a lot of the guys that are race car drivers or own race cars or do this thing are, really heavily involved in motorcycling. You actually were in it. I think you were talking about when you made those Indian trikes and all that stuff, and we had a lot of conversations about that. You've seen both sides of it, but you're still happy and you're still having a good time.
You have to have a good time. All these industries are fun because it's peer-to-peer with friends. It doesn't matter what the person looks like. It doesn't matter how much money's in his pocket. You get around a motorcycle or you get around a car, and they become your best friends. And that's what it's all about. Sitting at a bar stool, you don't know who's sitting next to you, but they become friends. And I think that's the thing that differentiates the motorcycle business, but it also differentiates the car culture as well. Whether you're a tuner kid and enjoys tuner cars, or you're a luxury car owner or exotic car owner, it's all about the friendship, connecting with people, and having a good time.
Born to Ride is brought to you in part by 866 Law Friend. Ride safe, ride smart. Offices in Tom Harbor.
Sunday, May 7th, Find It Now GPS Security and attorney Fran Hosh, 866 Law Fran, presents Scooter Saloon and Born to Ride's Springtime Biker Bash. It's happening at Scooter Saloon, located at Harley-Davidson of Brandon. It all starts at 12 noon. Live music with internationally known rock and roll star Tampa Bay's very own Kenny McGee. Then, live in concert, one of the hottest bands in the state, a tribute to Southern Rock and Leonard Skinner. It's Tommy Rocks and Nothing Fancy. These guys will rock the stage, so don't miss it. Born to Ride TV taping and magazine shoot, so bring your bikes and get on TV and Born to Ride magazine. A 10-class custom ride-in bike show sponsored by 866 Law Fran and Find It Now. Sign up 11 to 3. Bikini Bike Wash, plus vendors, prizes, great food, ice-cold Budweiser, and friendly vendors with great products. And it's all emceed by Craven Moorhead from Born to Ride Radio. It's Biker Appreciation. It's Women's Riding Month. It's the place to ride over and have a great time with your friends. It's the Scooter Saloon and Born to Ride's Springtime Biker Bash, Sunday, May 7th. Don't miss it.
Hello, this is Jimmy Walsh from Cycle Springs Power Sports. I'm the GSM of the dealership. I want to let you know Find It Now has been a great product for us and our customers. It allows them to track their vehicles, lets them know if they go over a certain miles per hour, leaves a certain area, and gives them protection against theft. It also allows us to put them on our own vehicles and track our employees and see where they are going, how fast they are operating our vehicles. It certainly has helped the bottom line and has given another product for us to offer as a back-end product. and we have successfully sold it over a couple of years. I would personally use it, especially if I had teenagers driving around and I wanted to track their speed and their travels.
Born to Ride magazine, the hottest, baddest, most popular magazine for the biker lifestyle. Hard-hitting, action-packed, up-to-date, real content, exclusive stories and interviews that always leave you wanting more. Local and national coverage that you can always count on. Born to Ride magazine can now be delivered directly to your door. $39.95 for 12 issues. Order now. Order now. 888-795-5779 or check out BornToRide.com. Born to Ride.
Crystal Harley-Davidson in Homosassa is hosting a summer payment event. We can help you find your personal freedom with a payment that fits your personal budget. Every motorcycle has payment options clearly posted on it. We have brand new Harley-Davidsons for only $99 per month, 1.99% for 60 months, and 0 down payment options. Remember, at Crystal Harley-Davidson, we are the king of trades, offering you full Blue Book value for your trade-in. There is always something happening at Crystal Harley-Davidson.
Everyone was right, I was born to ride.
Born to Ride is a multimedia marketing and promotional machine with TV, magazines, streaming radio, and internet advertising opportunities. There are tens of thousands of motorcycles. We reach the people who ride them. Born to Ride. Find out more at BornToRide.com.
Here covering the St. Pete Grand Prix, and you know what? I'm here with a driver, James Davison. How you doing, James?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. We're having a good time out here. Listen, you know, we have talked about, I don't know, everybody in this whole deal, in all forms of racing, probably on a motorcycle, and I'm assuming that you do as well.
I what? Sorry?
Well, you would have a motorcycle somewhere in your garage, perhaps. Maybe not.
I don't, but I grew up riding motorbikes.
There you go. That's what I wanted to hear. You know why? Why I bring this? Because we are largely a motorcycle program, but we also really enjoy doing the racing, covering the racing, and making people, you know, love this sport. So you're in the Grand Prix, and you're out there racing. How does it feel out there when you're winning?
Pretty good, because it's so competitive, and it really needs to be a team effort to get it done. And when you have good team chemistry that we do at TRG, Aston Martin Racing, and you're able to go up against some of the best in the world, in all honesty. I mean, our series is world class now. It's a pretty awesome feeling. So I mean, we ended practice today third out of 25 cars, and I mean, we're ahead of a lot of highly respected teams, cars and drivers. So you know, we're happy, but of course you're never satisfied until you're number one. But I think, you know, everyone's got different cars, different weapon to do battle with, essentially, and I think we've really done a good job with what we you know, have to work with.
So how does it feel to be able to get behind the wheel of one of these things, man?
It's pretty intense. I mean, the cars got so much downforce that the limit is very high, and you know, things happen pretty quick. The brake zones are short as well, because not only the downforce, but we've got ABS, so you can brake very late. Yeah, and it's quite anaerobic, so you got to concentrate on these street circuits, because you know, the walls are right there. You're all but touching them, sometimes grazing them, and if you get it wrong marginally, you know, you can have a very big accident and hurt yourself. So,
but listen, man, you're out there, you're going almost 200 miles an hour, and you're up against a concrete wall that, I mean, it's perilous, and you guys are racing hard hard, man. What an exhilaration. Tell us how it feels to do that.
It's pretty stressful at times, but then when you've got that much experience, you feel obviously in control, confident in your own ability. It all comes involuntarily. Obviously, there's no substitute for experience, and experience gives you confidence and just makes things a little more seamless. So, I've got that much experience right now that I can drive around a street circuit that close to the walls, very close to danger and hurting myself, but be as relaxed as possible doing it. So yeah, it's mental.
It's mental, physical. You have to be in good shape, and you also have to be professional. You have to take care of your equipment, take care of yourself, and do the best you can to get out there and win this race. And as far as I can tell, you're up there in the top 3 right now, and that's at practice. So, I mean, I don't know who's starting on the pole, but I guarantee you one thing, you're going to race all the way to the end.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the racing's the part that I like. It's fun putting a lap together, but when it comes to racing, that's what we are. We're race car drivers. We're not called, lap time drivers or qualifying drivers. And certainly it's important that you've got good racecraft, that you're aggressive, and that you don't get it wrong too often. And certainly being aggressive on the opening lap is one of my strengths, because obviously you can lose the race at the first corner and you can partially win it, because if you get track position, it's very hard for other people to pass you. So historically I have confidence in my racecraft, and qualifying makes that race day easier if you start closer to the front. So yeah, we've got qualifying tomorrow morning, and it'll be tough to get the pole. There's some pretty fast cars out there with the latest technology, but we're right in the mix up there. So even if we don't start on the pole, we still have a shot at the win. So we'll see.
Well, I know. Starting from the pole doesn't mean everything. And I'm going to tell you something, people. If you're not at the Grand Prix, well, you're going to miss out. I want to say thanks a lot, man. I appreciate you coming on with us here at Born to Ride, and I wish you all the success in the race, all right?
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with Born to Ride Radio, and on the phone with me now, Todd Colbert. Now, this is regarding the Wildwood Camping and Bike Rally that we got going on here. Are you there with me, Todd?
I'm here.
I knew you were. All right, great. Now, why don't you just start by filling us in on what's going on with the Wildwood Camping and Bike Rally. I know it's kind of corresponding with Leesburg, right?
Yeah, we're 9 miles from Leesburg, so we've got 100 acres of camping. We're going to have live bands, DJs, bike games. We've got motocross going on. We got hot showers, AC restrooms. We got it all going on. We got burnout contest on the concrete pads and everything. Vendors, food, everything. We got everything there.
Okay, so can I get gourmet food there? Because, I'm one of them guys that likes to have something.
Well, yeah, I mean, we can get Russ in the yellow food trailer. We got to put your order in way ahead of time, though.
Right on. Okay, so for whatever it's worth, because, all right, let's go over, first of all, we're going to go over the dates and times. It's like April the 27th through May the 1st, right?
Yes, correct.
So you got, if I have an RV that I want to drive up there, I can bring it up and hook it up, or no?
Well, it's just primitive camping right now, but we'll be putting 50 and 30 amp breakers in. There is water hookups.
Oh, okay.
Now, but yeah, it's primitive right now.
Well, I'm primitive right now. I don't even have an RV right now, but I'm just saying, if I brought my tent, I can set it up, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Or if I sleep in the company truck or something like that, right? I mean, you know, the reason I'm asking.
Whatever you bring, push, pull, or drag it. It don't matter.
Okay.
Sleep in it, bring it on.
I mean, it sounds like a great weekend. And then if you want to go to downtown Leesburg, you still have, how many miles is it from there? It's not very far.
It's 9 miles from us.
I was fixing to say that, but I didn't want to guess. And the reason I say I don't want to guess is because, yeah, well, I was just up your way, I don't know, last week, delivering magazines and such, and, you know, it's not really Wildwood and Leesburg. It's like, okay, the thing says 12 miles or whatever. They're talking about downtown or something. I mean, we're really close to all the downtown Leesburg happening stuff.
Yep.
But you're going to make this event bigger than Leesburg, as far as I can tell.
Well, it's going to be big. It's going to grow and grow and grow. It's we've got plenty of room for it.
Well, yeah, but, you know, expound on that a little bit, because, I mean, you got bike games and you got contests. I don't know if there's going to be a bike show or whatever, but just let all the listeners and all the viewers know what it is that you're doing with this thing, because it sounds like it's going to be a big event.
It is. We got vendors calling daily, phones ringing off the hook. There's people coming from everywhere, so it should be a rather large event, and it's going to be a good time, a lot of fun. You know, real laid back, not expensive. It's only $20 a person per night, so you can bring a motor home, a semi trailer. It doesn't matter. It's just $20 a person each night.
If a person was to, all right, well, what you said is still kind of primitive camping, so if it's just a tent, it's fine, sleeping bag or whatever you got, right?
Whatever you got. And the park, and the whole park's lit up at night, so we've got big lights up there. So we've got the paved roadway for where the vendors are.
Uh-oh.
Lots of shade trees to get together and everything, so it's not just an open field.
I wonder what happened there. I'm getting a really weird hum going on here. Hold on 1 second with me while I figure out what's happening.
Okay.
I got that. All I had to do was beat this thing up a little bit. So,
I don't know if anybody heard that, but it's not just an open field. We have tons of shade trees, different camping site areas. I mean, it's really, really nice. And if you have a four-wheeler or something you want to bring along, there's trails to ride through. It's a real nice place.
Cool. And you did say something about the burnout contest. You got that, and you also and you have the I mean, you know, I don't know if you're tossing the hoop and slow races, and then you're gonna roll the kegs and stuff like that. Tell us about some of the bike games you got going on there.
Well, slow races, we'll have that. We'll have the weenie biting contest, keg rolls, keg tossing, burnout contest. That's always a good crowd pleaser. And there's just a bunch of nice bike games going on. And we do live music each night. We got a DJ playing nonstop. So we got a lot of good entertainment there as well.
Okay.
Tours are welcome.
Well, you got bands too, right? Or no?
Do we have what?
You know, live music like bands and stuff like that, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so when there's not a band on the stage, there's going to be a DJ.
Playing.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you got music. You got bike games.
Yep.
You got camping.
Got showers.
And you got showers. And I'm suspecting that you got, well, I mean, you got food vendors and you got beer vendors, right?
Yeah, we have all that.
And it lasts from the 27th till May the 1st. So
May the 1st, correct.
Right. So being that you're only 9 miles from Leesburg while the big bike fest is going on, because you know what they do over there is like, okay, it could be hundreds of dollars to try to get a hotel room or whatever, you know, but you can come out here and camp. I don't know. It could be a lot more money in a campground closer, but you're only 9 miles.
Yeah, 9 miles is not far at all.
And, you know, I go to Wildwood all the time. And the reason is because I don't know. I come through there, deliver magazines and do stuff, and then I've been up to Leesburg, you know, a million times. I mean, to the Bike Fest. But this thing's actually going to be an event all in itself.
Correct. It's its own event. And where we're located, we're 1 mile off the Florida Turnpike, right on 301.
Right.
You cannot miss us. We're on a main road.
Yeah, and you know what's even cooler than that is Wildwood, being where it is, it's kind of laid back up there. So tell us a little bit about the geography and the people and everything we got up in Wildwood, because that little town's cool. I mean, you know, we got one of our sponsors is like Lucky You, and they're
right down the street from us.
Right. That's what I was going to say. Is they you know, Lucky You guys are they're holding a party and, you know, stuff like that too. However, you know, I mean, there's a lot of, and I know people that bought bikes from those guys at Lucky You. I go by and talk to them. One of my old buddies from back when I worked at Harley works up there. So it was like, yeah, you know what? This is a pretty cool place. So, you know, so somebody blows their tire doing the burnout, they can always just trailer ride or whatever up to Lucky You, right?
Yep, just right down the road. And, you know, we partnered up with Born to Ride on this, and Born to Ride's helped out a lot with a lot of the marketing and advertisement. You know, they're really behind it 100%. So it's great partnership.
Well, that's part of the gig, and that's why I'm on the phone with you tonight, because yeah, you did partner up with us, and you know, we'll be there in whatever capacity I don't know what capacity we're there, but I know that we're going to be there. So what's the deal about the motocross racing?
Well, motocross, we're going to have open motocross rides. We got a 1.25 mile motocross track that you can sit right there and watch guys flying through the air and whipping them and just tearing it up out there.
Yeah, but that's, you know, bring your own bike, of course, when you're going to go motocross racing.
Oh, yeah. I
mean,
there'll be motocross guys there coming in and riding and everything, and great entertainment for people. That'll be on Saturday.
Okay. Well, give me the whole schedule then. What day is what, and then that way we know. Now you've already set up all the hills and bumps and the whoop-de-doos and all the crap.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can check out Wildwood Motocross, and you can see the track. They got an aerial view on there. But yeah, that'll start from 10 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon. Probably run till dark.
Well, yeah.
There'll be a lot of motocross guys out there.
That's really cool. So you pretty much got the whole gamut run.
Yes. Got a lot of stuff, a lot of activities going on.
Well,
we'll have big bonfire going and everything.
Yeah, so they didn't put, you know what, where I am, they put us under a don't burn anything kind of a ban because there's so many wildfires, but up that way you're doing okay, right?
Oh, yeah, we're good.
All right. It is what it is. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to get you to go where you don't want to go or say what you don't want to say. But I know one thing. Yeah, there's a lot of Florida that's burning right now. I'm not sure why. I'm not the guy that goes out and lights the fire or throws the cigarette down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
yeah, we'll have a big fire going.
Well, that's cool.
Everybody can hang around the fire and hang out and you have a good time.
Like you said, the property is entirely lighted and everything is really good, right?
Oh, yeah. It's all lit up.
Anything else you want to say about the event before I let you go? Because I mean, I just want you to explain it to everybody, for the listeners, for their sake, know what they're getting into, and I know they're going to enjoy it. And I know that anybody that goes there, it's right there. You're gonna go to Leesburg anyway. I know your camping's cheaper than than anywhere else around there.
Yeah. So that we want to make it reasonable for everybody, and make it a good time, and just keep growing it, and make it a destination.
So you're going to do this again and again, right?
Oh, yes, 100%.
Okay.
We're going to turn it into its own event.
So, but you're not trying to take over Leesburg necessarily. I mean, downtown Leesburg's been doing it for years, but here you are, so.
Yep, no. It's an added feature, to Leesburg, so.
All right. That's what we wanted to know. All right. So, it is the Wildwood Bike Rally, April 27th through May the 1st. Born to Ride is promoting it. And I'll tell you what, give me the address one more time, 4222 North 301 Wildwood, and the website.
The website is wworp.com.
Yeah, and I wondered what that meant or what it stood for, but I figured it out really quick. All right, really cool, man. So,
all right, well, we'll see everybody there, and looking forward to hosting a nice event.
Todd, thanks for spending time with us on the air today, and we appreciate everything that you're doing. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Bye.
You have a good night, bud. On the phone with me at that moment, Todd Colbert from the Wildwood Camping and Bike Rally. And as he explained, it's going to be a big event. Just go out, hang out, have a good time with everybody. That's what it's all about. Everybody likes to have a good time. And what happened to my... Oh. And then... that'd be the place to go, because I've already checked that scene out up there. Because Leesburg corresponds with it, you're going to pay a lot more to camp somewhere else than you are with Todd. And because he's got all the games and all the things going on that he does have. Yeah, $20 a night ain't too bad for what it's worth. We might find out that it might be a lot more fun to hang out with Born to Ride and hang out with Todd up there in Wildwood, 9 miles away. Maybe 10 minutes from downtown Leesburg and all the hassle that goes on there. I love the Leesburg Bike Fest. I've been there a dozen times, and this is a really good thing to start up. Starting up with a brand new, hey, we got us a big camping thing going on. Yeah, absolutely. Let's do that. Let's do it, and let's do it now. So, check it out, April 27th through May the 1st. 4222 North 301 in Wildwood, or check out www.worp.com. Lots of W's there. And once again, around the corner, you blow out your tire on the burnout contest, well, it's right there. Lucky you's right there. They got tires in stock. What a great shop. Anyhow, what are y'all doing out there? Let me know. Studio lines open, 813-756-6444. If you want to call in and be part of the show tonight. I've got a couple of more interviews lined up that I'm going to do in the next few minutes. And we're going to give you more information regarding what's going on with us here at Born to Ride. Now, Born to Ride Radio, this ain't brand new, people. I mean, it's something we've been doing for a while. And you guys are listening, you're tuning in, you're having a good time, and that's what it's all about. We're trying to be positive and spread some things to the biker community that you can enjoy, that we can enjoy, and that, being positive by delivering information And that's what it's all about. So all you have to do is, give us a holler, 813-756-6444. Again, studio lines are open and will be up until the time that I have to end the program, which, let's see, I got to check my clock over here. We've got at least another hour or two to call in and have fun with us. And that's what we like, is people calling in and having fun with us. Because we're fun. And we'll have some more interviews lined up for you here in just a couple of minutes. If you stay tuned, you're going to see more. You're going to be enjoying it. Because that's what we do here at Born to Ride. And we're not going to stop now, right?
Ride is brought to you in part by 866 Law Friend. Ride safe. Ride smart. Offices in Palm Harbor.
For all those people that are all smart about talking kids, Arnie and K-Fizz, they know what's going on. What you gonna do when Born to Ride runs wild on you, brother?
When it comes to affordable motorcycle insurance in Florida, Georgia, or Alabama, there's only one name to remember. Jeff Ard.
With over 30 years of riding experience, Jeff recognizes what a biker looks for when it comes to coverage for their bike. He understands the benefits that are available to you to get the most coverage for the most practical price. Benefits like taking the Safe Rider course, organizational discounts, prior insurance discounts, Safe Rider discounts, and Jeff provides a transfer discount, which means that if you have the coverage now and you bring that coverage to Allstate, you will receive up to an 18% discount for the first year, a 12% savings for the second year, and continues with a 7% discount for the third year.
If it's available, Jeff's going to make sure you have it.
Jeff Art Insurance, serving Florida, Georgia, and Alabama. Call 850-575-2533 or get a free quote today at jeffartinsurance.com.
What can Jeff do for you?
Find us on Facebook, Born to Ride TV and magazine, the ultimate multimedia biker experience.
So, what is love? Love is being independent. Love is dancing. At Shriners Hospital for Children, love is a new smile.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child regardless of the family's ability to pay. If you know a child that needs help, please call or go online today.
Born to Ride is a multimedia marketing and promotional machine with TV, magazines, streaming radio, and internet advertising opportunities. There are tens of thousands of motorcycles. We reach the people who ride them. Born to Ride. Find out more at borntoride.com.
Born to Ride magazine, the hottest, baddest, most popular magazine for the biker lifestyle. Hard-hitting, action-packed, up-to-date, real content, exclusive stories and interviews that always leave you wanting more. Local and national coverage that you can always count on. Born to Ride magazine can now be delivered directly to your door. $39.95 for 12 issues. Order now. Order now. 888-795-5779 or check out BornToRide.com. Born to Ride.
Check out the all-new BornToRide.com with radio, TV, industry, adventure, events, magazine, social media, and much more. It's the all-new BornToRide.com.
I don't think so. We're going to find out. Because as of right now, Wayne, you're live on the air on Born to Ride. What are you doing there? This is Wayne from Angel City. What you got, Wayne? Can you hear me?
Yeah, are we going on now?
We're already on, brother.
Ooh. Yeah, man. No, this is Wayne from Angel City. I own the place, and we got a motorcycle rally just like no other in the whole country. I built a whole western town just for motorcycle people, and I've been riding scooters now for 51 years, so I know a little bit about the culture of the biker world and what goes on and what's good and what's cool. And we're home at a $2 beer. We ain't gouging nobody. And the good thing about Angel City, when you come to my rally and you buy a ticket at my ticket booth, you don't become my customer. You become part of my family, and that's what the biker culture is about. And Angel City is about people that's never rode, never ridden, don't know anything about the motorcycle world. If they come, they will learn about the biker culture, the sisterhood, and the brotherhood that's developed through the years and years of riding motorcycles. Riding motorcycles gives you a freedom of the road like no other vehicle can ever give you. I mean, it's just awesome to ride down the road. I mean, when you ride down the road in a car and you got your windshield, your windows up, and your air conditioner going, you don't smell the fall flowers, you don't smell the balloons, you don't smell all of the things, the scents and things that we got. And the other thing about Angel City is, I'm going on 66 years old. And I've been around a while.
Ah, you're a youngster.
But let me tell you something. Angel City is 100 acres, and I got an old western town built there, especially for bikers, by a biker. That is America, that will always be America. And when we do our rallies, ever since the day one I opened, we have always been a big tribute on Saturdays, every Saturday of every rally, to our veterans, because freedom in this country don't come free.
No, it doesn't.
A lot of lives and that blood given for our country to keep us free. And when a man gives his life, or a woman does, for our armed forces to keep us free, what else does a person got of any better value than their life?
And, you're right.
This is a real deal. And when you come there, we do $2 beer. We ain't doing Sturgis $4, $5, $6 or nothing else. We got good music, good entertainment. I got David Allen Co.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about David because me and him are old buddies from back in the day, if you know what I'm saying.
And David Allen Co. has been around for ever and ever and ever,
and even at his age,
a lot of respect. He's written over 10,000 songs.
Yep.
Over almost 900 of them been #1 hits. I mean, he is a legend, a living legend, just like Willie Nelson. And this is a good time to see him if you want to see him. And you can't see him no cheaper than you can see him here, because we're doing $55 for 5 days. And where can you go? You can't even carry your wife out to eat for $55 at a decent restaurant hardly anymore.
You can't.
That's right.
And I've been up there, like I said, now I've stayed up there with you. You might not have seen me, but I was up there with another group, if you know what I'm saying. Now, you guys treated us like it was great, and I've been up there on the bike, and I've been up there one time in the motorhome, and I went and stayed with y'all, and I've been up there several times for the different rallies. You know what I'm trying to tell you. So now, yeah, David's going to be playing, and he's still got it going on after all these years, man. You know, and that's going to be like your headline act, but you have other music as well, but wow.
Yeah. Well, we got Big Engine. He's been in the motorcycle and the whole deal with the motorcycle culture for years, playing for bikers and everything all over the country, and he's going to be there opening for him. We got a band, Matt Bradley band. I mean, he is great. And then we've got let me see here, I'm trying to look. We got Brandon Wheeler, which is an upcoming star. I mean, he's bad to the bone. We got 8 or 9 bands. And we got the Ball of Death will be there. We got a bull riding machine guy there will be there. We got bike games that's going to be there. We've got so much stuff. I want to tell you what you do. Anybody that's thinking or not thinking, they should think about coming to Angel City is this. This is all I got to say to anybody that's listening on the radio. If you come to Angel City, I promise you, you will have a great, great time. If you don't come to Angel City, it will be your greatest loss.
I have to agree with you on that, man. Listen, Wayne, I'm going to tell you, so like I said, I was there, been there several times, but, you know, you got a couple of, this is our spring rally coming up there. Now, that's the April 19th through the 23rd. Now, you said, and you said it earlier, but you can stay there 5 days for $55, and it's $2 a beer, right?
Yeah, $2 beer. Look at him, man. We got Georgia Bob's barbecue there, and they got a chain of restaurants all over. They cooking some of the best barbecue you ever slapped in your mouth. Yeah, their barbecue is so good that when you eat it, it'll make your tongue slap your brains out. I mean, you can't beat that barbecue.
Wow. You know what? I don't know if I ate that the last time I was there, but I'm pretty sure I probably did. I remembered that the beer was inexpensive, and I remember the good times were all around. And you got like RV hookups and stuff like that, too.
We had about 264 electric RV hookups, but they were all rented before the first week of January, and all my dry RV hookups have gone also. But we've got plenty of places to park people, but they will be dry RV sites. We got plenty of tent camping. Tent camping is like $5 a night. I mean,
so I can bring my tent up there and then...
In this country, there's no better deal than you're going to get coming here. And the thing about it is just this. When people come to my place, I always tell everybody the same thing. Always police your own. We don't have problems. We don't have fights. We don't have nothing. We've got our MC clubs that come. We got the Christian Motorcycle Association that comes. We got A-Bait that comes. We got a lot of different clubs that come. Everybody, whether you're a RC riding club or a patch-wearing club, what does everybody in this country want from each other? And it's only one thing, and that one thing is respect, and that's what we do at Angel City. Everybody respects each other. Everybody always polices each other, and we don't have any problems. I've got security, which I call them regulators, because I got a western town, and you've been there, you know.
I've been there. It's cool.
My town, and look down that building on that sidewalk, you expect to see Jesse James or Billy the Kid or Matt Dillon step out on it, because it looks like the real deal. I mean, the atmosphere's there. We got tons of stuff. Like I say, we got a big bike show goes on. Man, I'm going to tell you what I do. I put everything in my life into this place. And a lot of people used to tell me, my first wife told me, she used to fuss at me and say, you ain't nothing but a dreamer. And you ain't never going to have nothing.
Yeah, but that dream is reality now. That's a reality now. That's not a dream anymore. This thing is really happening.
Well, the reality of being a dreamer is you only have one life. If you don't live your dreams, you haven't lived your life. And I've always done that. Now, since then, she passed away. And I always looked at her. She was my angel, and I built Angel City and named it Angel City after her. Since then, I've remarried, and I married a girl named Dawn Chase, which she's Dawn Smith now. And I said, let me tell you something, man. All of you listen. You don't get blessed much, but I've been blessed twice. I got one angel in heaven waiting on me. I got another angel walking earth with me. And you come down there, all of you become my angels. I'm telling you, this is a real deal. This is not Sturgis. This is not no $6, $5, $8 beer stuff. We do $5 mixed drinks. We're not out there. It's not, everything's not about money, and that's where this country's gone wrong. People think that you got to have a lot of money to be rich. Everybody needs money, but what makes you rich?
Well, your spirit, your soul, and what you have, and that's all. It ain't about the dough.
Your family, the brothers, the sisters, that when you fall, pick you up and help you. That's what makes you rich. And I'm a rich man, but that's the way I'm rich. And God bless them all. I'm telling you, bro, y'all need to come, because if you don't, it's their own loss. That's all I can tell you.
Well, tell us about the little town there, where it is, and you know how you get there off the interstate. I know it's right there on 75, and I've been there, but I want you to tell the viewers, the listeners, how it is you get there.
Well, you get off on exit, if you're coming north, you get off on exit 221 and take a left, and you'll go by a Citgo truck stop on 41 Highway in Yellowville, and then take the first immediate light. It'll dead end, and then take a right, and you'll see our gate. Same thing. If you're coming from the north, you're going to take a right, get off at the exit, and take a right, and it's the first right again. It's very easy to get to. Well, maybe miles away. And the Condo Lodge in Perry give us some real good deals on rooms, and that's a good place to book your rooms at if you need a place. You can go to the website and find that number, or call Dawn. And that's D-A-W-N, Dawn. And so you give her a call, and she can help guide you. I mean, you know.
Well, I remember one time I think I stayed over there at a motel, and then I just rode the bike over to the event, and I wasn't camping out or in the mood to camp out, but you do have other accommodations around there, and that's what it's all about. I know it's a small town.
Those motels, I'm not going to lie to you, they're not up to my par, and I will not put them on my website, and I will not recommend them. You know, if they clean the act up, then they'd be part of the deal. But, until that happens, no. I mean, I'm not going to send somebody that comes to my event to a place that I know that's, not something that I would want to stay in. And,
right.
And the motel, sadly as it is, they are bad. Now, you can go out, hit down the state, go south 20 miles, Ramada Inn down there. They're a big sponsor and supporter of us. They're good. There's good motels there. Or you can go out and go north, and within 10 minutes you're in Perry, and there's a lot of good motels up there, and places to go eat and nice stuff, But
well, some of the guys might want to do that, but I don't know. Perry ain't that far up the road from Florida. You know what I'm saying?
Huh?
Well, where we're at in Florida, Perry ain't that far up the road for us to go, and exit 221. Well, you know what? You got it. I know it's a small town, but man, you pretty much own the whole town there.
Well, when I went and pulled my permits to build it, and I went through the county commissioners and all of the city hall people and all, and I told them what I was going to do. I don't think they realized exactly what it was. And then when I built it, they said, well, shoot, so maybe we need to change the name of the town by Angel City. You got a bigger town than we do.
Right, exactly. And I was going to get to that because it seems like whatever exit that is, and there's some little town that's down in there somewhere, but you got more going on than the whole town does.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's a given for a fact. But, my sheriff's department's working with me. They're not going to harass you on the road.
No.
I mean, even if it goes out and showing their butt, or whatever, driving reckless, and then they're going to get pulled over just like anybody else would. But if you go out of there to go to the motel and you get 75, you shouldn't have no problems whatsoever.
No, and that's because they're used to seeing bikers there, and like you started out this whole thing about this being for bikers and about bikers and being a biker yourself for all these years, and you built this thing to make it biker friendly and to make it something that's a real experience for a biker, not just it's not like you try to throw somebody out if they drive their pickup truck. You let everybody in, and you make things happen. I mean, like I say, I've been there several times. I love the place, and man, what a great place to hang out.
Oh man, it's phenomenal. It's actually a movie set, is what I think. But no, I mean, if people come, we're going to look after them. We've been there. I've done 24 rallies. I've had 19 weddings during my rallies. And let me tell you something. As far as anything else goes, in 24 rallies, I think that has been maybe 3 licks ever passed. And the thing about my place is, if you bring your wife, your girlfriend, or whatever, if there's a bunch of bikers on the side of the road or one of the corners where the bar is or whatever, and they screaming at them, show you boobs, and do this, do that, my regulators go around and tell them right off, no, you can't do that. Now I've got bikers that bring their wives to my rally that won't carry them to other rallies because they know they can sit in my bar and drink beer all day, and their wife can walk them sidewalks and shop all day, and then nobody's going to harass them. Nobody's going to do nothing. And they also know that it don't make a damn if you're a Philadelphia lawyer and you're sitting next to a guy making minimum wage. They're going to tell jokes, shake hands, pat each other on the back, drink beers together, and have a great time. And it ain't about money, it ain't about who you are or what your prestige is in your life. It doesn't matter. Because when you get to Angel City, you are all equal to each other. And that's what this country was founded on and built on. And that's what this country needs to go back to.
Well, and I won't get into the political thing tonight, but I know that.
Well, I know when I go there.
Well, I do too.
I'm bad about telling people. I found them forefathers came here, thought, shed their blood, built the old dream, built the greatest country in the world. And then they
did.
They sat down and did a constitution and all that, and then they sat down and they decided they needed to have a public school system and get people education so they could do better for themselves and their families. Well, the first book that was printed that went to all public school systems was the Bible.
Right. Well, yeah, I never liked that. They try to take that out of the schools.
Our kids can't even say the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. And that's the reason I've always did our veteran tribute, and we are going to say Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. And when we get through, we are going to say a prayer that everybody gets home safe and everybody has a safe time and a good time. That's what we do.
Well, that's what we were saying. I mean, God, guns, and guts built this country, and that's what we're all about. And a lot of people have said things, and we're not even going to talk. I talked to the guys, Bikers for Trump and some of them guys, and a lot of people didn't like our new president, but you know what? At least he's got, I don't know what you want to say, the fortitude enough to stand up and try to make things right for our country, to make our country great again. It's always been great, but now it's getting greater. I don't know how you feel about that one.
Oh, I think it is too. And it's just like this time, us bringing the pro wrestlers in and doing a fight night on Wednesday night.
That was my next thing, is what day we doing the wrestling, and because I was going to ask you about this wrestling thing that's going on. We got pro wrestlers coming in. I'm going to have some of them on the air here tonight. So now, it's the 19th at 8 p.m. Tell us all about the wrestling that's going to happen there.
Well, the whole wrestling thing come up because if you followed the history of Angel City, there's always something that I'm going to add or throw in the mix of things that's not normally your micro routine. Because I always want the people always come, and I never let them know until the last minute, usually, some things that I'm going to do, because I'm always thinking outside my box about something that you don't see at a mic rally. Something that how many people's been to a mic rally and seen pro wrestlers?
Well, I don't know. A few in Florida we had it once, but I don't know that that's of issue where you guys are. I mean, you got a huge, fantastic rally, and you're bringing an added benefit, because a lot of people I know from Florida, especially because it's like almost pro wrestling started here with Gordon Soley and all them guys over at the Armory. Well, I'm not sure, but I'm sure that most bikers like professional wrestling.
Well, sure they do. I mean, it's like watching the ladies do Jello wrestling. We got that going on.
Yeah, baby. We'll talk about that too.
And we got a little kinky bike games, and we got a few other little kinky things, But I mean, that's just part of the biker world. I mean, everybody's got to have a taste for everything, Parts you don't want to see and you don't want to be involved in, nobody's twisting you off.
Well, yeah, and that's fine.
We don't have fun. I promise you, we will have fun.
I tell you what, all the times that I've been there, I've always had fun, and I tried to stay unrecognized, and I tried to stay low-key and whatever, but there's so many bikers that enjoy what Born to Ride does. I've been on the TV, I'm doing the radio show, and I've been all over Born to Ride. I write an article in a magazine. It goes on and on and on and on. So I can't help but get recognized, and you know what? Everybody up there is just so, like you said, it's about brothers and sisters and people that are having a good time. And the old West Town, that's the greatest thing in the world, man. And no matter wherever you walk up, I mean, you got, like you said, I got them $2 beers. So even on the wrestling night, it's going to be the same deal, right?
Yeah, you got that right. And I've got some of the drop-dead gorgeous eye candy in the world out there serving them beers too, brother. You might believe me.
I know.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. And I've also, Jerry Mack, of course, he's got Thunder Roads magazine, but he does a ride for me every rally, and he carries a group of people that want to ride, and they go on Saturday. They go over to the Andersonville Civil War Prison, which is about 30 miles from me. And they do a little loop trip, and they go over. And Andersonville Civil War Prison is something everybody ought to see, and pay attention to what we ourselves did to our own country, fighting our own brothers at one time. And we don't want to ever go back there.
No, we ain't going to go back there. But if I told you that I was born in Georgia and lived in Georgia, and I pretty much lived the rest of my life here in Florida, and I've always been from the South, and I've seen a lot of historical things. I'm from up around Marietta, if you know where that is, and that's one of the deals, man. And what you got going on down there in southern Georgia is it's the real deal, and it's not far from peanut country.
Well, it's the biggest thing in Georgia, and the good thing about where I'm located at, I'm just about dead center of the state of Georgia. So, I mean, I'm getting people from all over, I get people that come from Australia, come from Belgium, come from England, come from Norway, come from Germany, come from Canada. I mean, and this is not Daytona. See, Daytona, the bad thing, that's what I didn't like about Daytona. I didn't like it about Sturgis. I didn't like it about Laconia. I didn't like it about Myrtle Beach. You got to get on the road and you got to bar hop from spot to spot to spot to spot. You come into my place and everything is contained. You stay there. You don't have to leave there.
And there's no risk. Right.
I got racing on my racetrack.
Yep.
And on the Friday, I'm going to let people do demo racing. They go down there, they got to sign a waiver, and they're going to have to wear a helmet. But I got these little three-wheel trikes with not golf cart, go-kart tires on the back of them. They sit 2 inches off the ground. We're going to be racing them things. And people on Friday can race them, and then the guy that owns them, he's going to put on a real race with his professional people on Saturday. I mean, we got everything in the world. I'm gonna tell you, I've had people come to Angel City that brought cases and cases of beer, tons of food in their motorhomes and their campers, and then they'd leave, and I'd say, "Hey, man, did you have a great time?" I said, "Yeah." So, but we got all this beer to carry home and all this food to carry home that we brought to cook and eat here, but I said, "Well, why didn't you eat it?" Well, you had so much stuff going on, we didn't want to miss nothing, so we just eat your food, and we didn't go down there, and nobody wanted to go to the camp and make a sandwich, because we don't want to miss nothing.
No, and the time that I was there in the motorhome, yeah, that was the same thing with me. I didn't. And the reason I didn't, well, because it was good enough, cheap enough, and we was having too good of a time to even mess with our own stuff in the camper. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. I mean, all I ask people not to do is don't bring, last model beer in, because I want, if they do, put it in a cup, because I don't want, bottled beer thrown on the ground or left in a fire pit or whatever. And they can have campfires there. They have to bring their own wood, because I don't have it now, but they can have the campfires, and we got tons of people that live in Florida that may live up, some of their family lives up north, and they may live out west, and they get together here, and it looks like they're having a class reunion. I mean, groups and groups and groups, and people just come in and met other people that become part of that groups. And it's an every year annual event, twice a year. We've already getting our bands booked, and I'm going to have those surprises for them, and they'll be posted during the rally, but I'm not going to say nothing about who they are, but we got some bad bands is coming, buddy. They're going to be awesome.
Well, according to our ad there, we was going to have Soul Circus Cowboys up there, too. I don't know what day they're playing, but you might be able to enlighten us on that.
They're going to be coming, I don't know, did you know, Charlie,
Yes, I did know Charlie, and it's a shame that he's not with us right now. So.
I know Charlie came the last. He died on the way home from the last rally.
Yeah, I know that, and it's a real shame because me and him was very close.
Well, you know, and they did before that, they did a fundraiser for him, and there was 40-something hundred motorcycles showed up to help him when he was going through his last heart surgery before he passed away.
Right.
And for 2 years, he'd been trying to get me the Bearded Brothers up there. So I brought the Bearded Brothers the year after Charlie passed, okay? I bought a big poster, I got a picture of Charlie, and I presented it on stage to the Bearded Brothers, and they just broke down and cried, you know? And,
right.
And, you know, and I'll get up there and say some stuff, and I've had people out there, and I come off the stage, and they say, Wayne, why does every rally you make me cry? And I said, brother, you need to be crying. Cry for your country, because this is your children that we're leaving this mess to. And it's my fault, and it's your fault, and it's all of us, our fault at my age that we sat back and didn't do nothing about it. Now's the time we've got to make a change, and we got to get closer, and we got to tighten our brotherhood and tighten our sisterhood and encourage people to get into the biker world, because if you're a biker, and I tell people this all the time, if you're a biker, you do poker runs, you do charity rides, you do stuff for people that don't even ride and raise money to try to help.
Right.
Wrong, or they've been in an accident, or they fighting a disease, or whatever it might be. People that ride motorcycles do that stuff all the time. And that's the reason I tell people, if you are a biker and you're walking down a sidewalk and somebody recognizes you as a biker, they should tip their hat, step to the side, and say thank you for what you do. Because back when I started riding in the late 60s, let me tell you, they looked at everybody like you were nothing. You know,
we weren't very liked back then, Wayne, and I can agree with you. And I'm not quite as old as you, but I can tell you that the scene has changed now. And I remember, you know, they used to come by. You could take your bike over to Daytona, for example, and sleep underneath of it on a sleeping bag, and they come over and kick you and make you get up and get off the beach. That kind of thing. That was back in the old days. But you got something where you got this whole place, the whole city, the whole town. Angel City is an entire town, and you don't have to go anywhere to do anything, and that's the one thing we love about it.
You're right, and the great thing is, you know, I've had people that back one time I had a bike calendar, and I had like 20 models working for me, and I went all over the United States for 2 years, and I got pictures made with them, and with, like Russell Marlowe and Arlen Ness's bikes, and Eddie Trotter's bikes, and Billy Lane's bikes, and all kind of different celebrity, you know, builders. You know, Ivy Trust Claire that built the Grave Digger and the Gold Digger, $100,000 bike winners. And these little girls that we hired to do these photo shoots had never been in the bike industry or never been in the bike world, and we would ride them into Sturgis and different rallies, and everybody's waving, doing the wave. And they said, this is the coolest thing. Because people don't wave. I don't have to. That's the thing from the South. You meet somebody on the road, you throw your hand up. That's just courtesy. I mean, I'll never know who that person was I met. Maybe never. But I guarantee you, if you break down on the road and a biker comes by, he's going to stop and offer you some help.
Well, that's what our community's about, man. I mean, we do that because that's who we are and what we are. And I don't see, I mean, your place, and I've been there, like I said, I don't know, several times, and I've never been treated anything but good there, because essentially it is just like a city within itself, and it's probably bigger than the town it's located in, and it is something that is absolutely. I've been there when it's not open and got treated like I walked in and delivered magazines one time, and they're like, "Come on in and have beer, sit down, let's have a talk." You know, I'm like, "All right, was that you that did that to me?" I don't know, but it probably was.
Probably was. It probably was. You know, I mean, you know, it's just...
Well, you know, being a biker and being treated like family, I'm sure that's how it's gonna be every day. I mean, I know you live up there and you hold on to this thing like it is the most dearest thing. Like you said, live your dream, right?
You got that, brother. If you don't do that, you're wasting your life. You ain't got but one of them.
That's right. And, you know...
I've seen a lot of people, and good friends of mine, that spent their life working somewhere and got in the rut, caught up in the debts, and raising a family, and hated to get up every morning and go to work. Well, you're talking to one right here that didn't do that, because I'm not going to do that. I'll never do that. Because you ain't got so much time on this earth, and nobody knows how much that is. So you get the most you can out of what time you got.
Yeah, I got something else to tell you. You know what? The one thing is, money ain't going to buy you any extra time, so you might as well enjoy what you got.
No, I ain't never seen a Wells Fargo truck following a casket to the cemetery.
Never happened. Never happened, brother. Never happened.
Yep.
It ain't about to. And I don't think it's going to happen anytime in the future either. I got that feeling.
No, that will never happen. No, sir, it won't. But anyway, hey, man, I appreciate you calling me. I appreciate talking to you. And, you know, God be with everybody. And all I can tell everybody, keep the rubber to the ground from top side up. And ride safe, be careful. We love you. We respect you. If you come and support us, you know, like I say, you ain't going to be my customer. You'll be just joining a bigger family, that's all.
All right. Well, give them the website, or you got a number that they can call, right? So that I'll let you do that because it is important. We know it. It starts like on the 19th or whatever, and ends on the 23rd. So give us the whole detail one more time around, Wayne, and we'll get her done.
Just go to AngelCityRally.com. You can go through and look at the videos. You can see, I know at least 3 TV shows they've done on us. And anyway, my wife just corrected me, my Angel City Motorcycle Rally. I don't do computers. I've still got a flip-top phone.
There you go. Flip phone. That rocks.
Fancy stuff don't mean a lot to me. But anyway, you can go on the website and you will find Dawn's number as her personal number that you can call. She runs the office. She'll work with you, bend over backwards, to do whatever she can do, jump through loops. I mean, you know, she's like a 3-ring circus up there doing mini hats on her head. And she takes care of people, or you can go on the website and you'll see my personal cell phone number, which is 229-938-0290, and hers is 229-591-5155. But you come up. I mean, I'm going to tell you, me and my brother's my partner. And, I was telling you how blessed I was. Me and my brother, we raised each other and we looked up to each other. And me and my brother, and nobody's got a better brother in the world, I think, than me, because we don't have arguments, and we don't have a fuss, and we just don't do it. I mean, because if I see I'm saying something that looks like on his expression, his face, that he's not liking what I say, I hush. And he does the same for me. Because you think about it, an argument is wasted time. You don't need to argue about nothing. If you love the person, just back off, let it go. It ain't gonna make you no better or make you no worse. It doesn't matter. Just let it go. You know what I mean? I appreciate everybody, and everybody's listening. If you want to see the real deal, come up here. This is a real deal.
It is that. Wayne, I wanted to tell you, man, thanks for taking the time to enlighten everyone. Exit 221, and just down the street, it's Angel City. And believe me, people, it is a city. If you don't believe that, ask Wayne. He'll tell you it is a city within itself.
It is a city, and when I first started out, I hired a guy, George Hart, from Washington, D.C., and he did all my press releases. And one day I rode in over to Angel City, and I had the gate open. There was a guy sitting on the bench in front of the bar, and the bar was locked. And I walked up there, and I said, "Do you want to get a beer?" And he said, "No, I don't need a beer." And I said, "Where are you from?" He said, "Columbus, Georgia." And that's 80 miles from me. And he said, "I just rode over here to see if this place was for real." He said, "I fly a lot in my business." And he said, "I saw you on the front page of the Cincinnati, Ohio newspaper."
Wow.
And he said, "I can't believe this place is 80 miles from me, and I never heard of it." So he said, "I rode over here to see what it was." So he's been coming ever since, you know.
Well, I don't know anybody that would ever feel unwelcome at Angel City. I mean, it's literally just like you say, it's a city. And with the old West Town and all the stuff you got, I mean, it's good food, good drinks. Everything is really, really special. And I wanted to say one thing to you, Wayne, before we end the interview, is that I really appreciate what you do for our veterans and all the people that have served this country. It's hard to say it every time, but everybody gave some and some gave all, and it's kind of tough. And you guys at least respect the fact. On your Saturday gig with the veterans and everything, man, I wanted to say that on behalf of them that you're doing a great thing, and we appreciate it. Everybody out there in the biker community appreciates it. And
now, man, this is not no bull. This is your heart. This is the real deal. All they got to do is come one time, and they're going to know it. I mean, that's all they got to do is just come one time. And the more people we can get, the better the party's going to go, because the more we grow, the more we spend in the party, and the bigger the party's going to get, That's what it's about.
I don't know the several times that I have enjoyed being there. It's always been a good time, and you always feel welcome. And I've never seen any problems, troubles, or anything at all going on at Angel City. So it's a great thing. And I know you got two rallies. You got a spring and a summer rally, and I don't know why anybody want to go to Sturgis or anywhere else, because what you got going on right there is the real deal, Wayne. It is really beautiful.
Well, we try very hard. Let me tell you, our heart and soul is in it. We really try hard to please people. And it's just like with my regulators. I have a meeting with my regulators every rally, before every rally, and they hear the same thing, but I preach it to them continuously. And that is that if you have a problem with anybody out there, because, we're running bars from 9 o'clock to 2 o'clock in the morning. If you have a problem with anybody, you always be nice. I don't care if they curse you, what they do to you, but you always be nice, because this is the deal. Whatever they call you, are you that? And they say, no. I said, then that shouldn't bother you. But you always leave that person a way out with respect in front of his friends, and then there's never no confrontation with anybody, because they can always be excused out. Now, if they go over that line to the point of no return, and I will give them their money back, and I will ask them to leave. And that's all.
I've never seen that happen, but then again, I might not have been on the front lines of the action, Wayne. But I want to tell you something. I've never seen that happen in your venue.
Well, it's been like 3 occasions But I've had some of those people that I did about 3 times that did happen, and they have come back to me and asked me to forgive them, and let me tell you how it is, boss. The man upstairs is in forgiveness business, but this guy ain't.
Right.
So what I want you to do is behave yourself. You got a buddy that drinks too much and gets stupid. You know him, police you on. Carry around there. If you got an ex-wife and she's dating somebody else, don't sit in this bar and drink. Go to the other bar and drink. If it's bothering you, you know, I mean, that's all. Nothing. That's nothing. That ain't what it's about. So, you can't come there to solve a dispute and domestic problems and things like that. I mean, it's just about getting along. Yeah, that's what it's about.
I agree with you 100% on that one because, like I say, and I've been there, but I've never really seen any action like that. Never seen anybody ever taken off the property because, it's too good.
No,
it's too good.
You'll never see nobody taking off property because there's no way in God's green earth that if somebody's drinking, they're going to leave while they're drinking.
Right. But why leave? I mean, you can camp there, you can sleep under your motorcycle, you can stay in your buddy's van or whatever because you got room for all of it.
That's exactly right. But my thing is there's no way I'd let anybody leave and knowing that they're not capable of handling themselves and in danger of themselves or somebody else on the road. I'm going to keep them there until they're sober and capable of knowing that what they're doing, then that's it. But they're not going to leave. Like what I was trying to explain to you, I've had a couple of incidents where people wanted to leave and they were way, way over DUI, and I refused to let them leave because I'm not going to let somebody go out there to come to my place and leave and me lay down at night and know that they killed themselves or somebody. And I don't go to bed. I go to bed. The bar closes at 2 in the morning. I usually get to bed about 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm back on the ground at 9 o'clock in the morning. And I'm dead on everything that's going on. My brother is too. And there's no rest.
I know how that goes.
And everybody come up to me and they say, "Oh man, you having fun?" And I said, "No, well, I'm having fun, but my have a drink with me." And I said, "No, it's the deal. It's not right for me to be under the influence of alcohol, and I got to talk to somebody else if they get out of hand."
And that doesn't work out well. I've been there. I own bars, and whatever, man. I mean, but you're not a bar, man. You are a city, a literal city.
Well, it ain't right for one drunk to tell another drunk what he got to do just because one drunk owns the place. That ain't right. You can't do that.
Yeah, but I know that. But I mean, I sit here and sip beers while I do the radio show, but I'm not going out and driving and trying to mess anybody's life up, if you know what I'm saying. I mean, I don't do that. So I hope that people up there don't. I hope they understand.
Well, they do. They do. Hey, let me tell you, I got some of the best folks in the world. I wish I could have all come and we could make a change here. We could make a real change, and it's going to have to happen. I've got to get people in this country back to what our forefathers died for.
Yep, and I got that, and that's why I said I appreciate the fact that you salute our veterans and you do the things that you do up that way. And if there's anything else you want to talk about this rally that's coming up, it's April, let's see, what is it, 19th through the 23rd, and everybody's welcome.
Oh, God, yeah, they are. And you're going to be looked after, I promise that. That's like I say, I'll go back to the same thing. You will have a great time. If you don't come, it's your loss. That's all I can tell you. And if anybody wants to get married, they can come there. And, like I say, we've done like 19 weddings. and I'm working in the schedule. And
well, that's good. That's good. But how many divorces have you done? Because we need to see.
No, dude, no divorces. It's a one-time deal, and nobody gets married if they're drinking. And
right.
I'm going to go see the CMA preacher and see if they want him to do the services or the Pearl A-Bake preacher and see if they want him to do the services. And they do. I got an arbor that we carry. It sits on the side of the stage. We carry it around there. We decorate it up. They get married. I give them a bottle of wine. And, hey, 06 is when I opened. The first couple that got married there, they're still married there. We're going in 12 years now.
And they came back.
They've never missed a rally.
There you go. That's what it's all about, man. That's what.
Then got married in Angel City. Hey, that's what a weekend in Angel City can do for you. And I've got a lot of ladies just come up with some new babies that left Angel City.
Well,
been married since then.
And then they always name them Angel.
Well, it's all about fun, you know. Whatever turns you on, you know what I mean? We got it.
I don't think I conceived any up that way, but I can tell you this, man, every time I've been there, which is several times, I'm telling you right now, I had a great time. I want to say thank you for having a great facility.
I would appreciate you, bro. And all the sisters and brothers who's listening or whatever, you know, to this show or what you're doing, you know, we got it going on. I mean, this ain't a commercialized rally where it's all about money. You ain't going and paying no $4, $5, $6 for no beer and gouging people. You know, I don't let them do it.
I thought you said it was like $55 for camping for 5 days or something along that, right?
It's $65 for the pass for the week, and if you tent camp, it's $5 a night, and then the dry RV sites, I can't even tell you off my head because that's on the computer. But the thing about it is, you know, it's cheap. And you ain't got to bar hop. You ain't got to go out. You can stay there. If you do go out, you shouldn't be bothered. As long as you behave yourself, you ain't going to have no problems. You know, it's not... You know, I've talked to some of the promoters that put on bike rallies and Sturgis and Myrtle Beach and different places, and I asked them, I said, why? Why do you charge somebody $3, $4, $5 for a beer? And the answer's always the same. Because we can get it.
Yeah, because the people have the money and they're going to spend it.
They're gonna get it. That's what they do. And
that's another thing I love. I love my beer, and I love my $2 beer, and that's one thing I love about Angel City. And I've been, like I say, I'm gonna come back. You don't know what day I'm gonna be there, but I'm gonna be back again anyhow. Because every time I come there, I treat like family and very respectful.
Well, I hope you do, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you again. And, you know, good Lord willing, I'm going to be there myself.
I know you will, and the Lord's going to bless all of us, that bless all the others. And, man, you're doing a great job with the Angel City there, Wayne. We appreciate taking the time tonight to go out here and tell everybody about it. And give us the website one more time, and then we're going to let you go back to what you're doing, because I know it's you're getting ready for this big event.
This is Angel City Motorcycle Rally. If you go to motorcycle rallies in Georgia, Angel City's going to come up because in alphabetical order. We're going to be there on the first page. You can't miss us. You can't miss us.
Ain't no way.
We got tons, and anybody wants to become a friend of Angel City, they can send that in to us. And if they want to be a friend on Facebook.
Oh, well, tell them where your Facebook is, Wayne.
And we can send them our newsletters. You know, if they send us an email address, we'll send them out, our newsletters and all that. Now, what's the Facebook called for people that want to become friends with Angel City?
Yeah, we want to know that one too. If you got a Facebook and a Twitter and all that stuff, it's probably like Facebook.com/Angel City something, right?
Angel City Rally. It's just Angel City Rally.
Nice. All right, well, we're gonna let everybody know about it, and the people that are listening in and everybody else. It's really good spending the time with you, and thanks for everything you're doing up that way, Wayne, and I hope to see you again real soon.
All right, well, y'all take care. Meantime, ride safe.
And remember, they can hear us all over the United States and the world. Thanks for saying ride safe, and we're all going to try our best to do that. So they can hear you from everywhere, but Angel City, the place to be. And you know what? It's the 19th through the 23rd. Make sure you bring your butt there. Exit 221, right there just south of Perry.
We got it.
All right, brother, man. Thanks for spending the time with us on the phone tonight. We'll talk to you again soon, and hopefully we'll see you there at Angel City on the 19th through the 23rd. And thanks for doing what you do and being what you are.
Thank you, bro.
All right, brother, man. Have a good night then. All right. And, keep the rubber side down. Now, listen, for whatever it's worth, the Angel City Rally is coming up. David Allen Co. is going to be there, and it is going to be a great big old thing. So I'm glad Wayne took the time to explain everything that's going on. And like I say, I've been there, and I know nobody will be disappointed when they go there. Angel City, I'm not going to say the S word, but it is 100% the real deal. And it, for whatever that's worth, I don't know, man. I don't know when I've been to a rally that made you feel like you was at home, but I've been there, and the several times I've been there, always felt at home. Angel City, well, for right now, we got other people that we're taking care of, so we're getting this done. Born to Ride Radio. Stay tuned.
Ride is brought to you in part by 866 Law Friend. Ride safe. Ride smart. Offices in Tom Harbor.
For all those people that are all smartened up talking kids, Arnie and K-Fizz, and they know what's going on. What you gonna do when Board and Ride runs wild on you, brother?
When it comes to affordable motorcycle insurance in Florida, Georgia, or Alabama, there's only one name to remember. Jeff Ard.
With over 30 years of riding experience, Jeff recognizes what a biker looks for when it comes to coverage for their bike. He understands the benefits that are available to you to get the most coverage for the most practical price. Benefits like taking the Safe Rider course, organizational discounts, prior insurance discounts, Safe Rider discounts, and Jeff provides a transfer discount, which means that if you have the coverage now and you bring that coverage to Allstate, you will receive up to an 18% discount for the first year, a 12% savings for the second year, and continues with a 7% discount discount for the 3rd year.
If it's available, Jeff's going to make sure you have it.
Jeff Art Insurance, serving Florida, Georgia, and Alabama. Call 850-575-2533 or get a free quote today at jeffartinsurance.com.
What can Jeff do for you?
Find us on Facebook, Born to Ride TV and magazine, the ultimate multimedia biker experience.
So, what is love? Love is being independent. Love is dancing. At Shriners Hospital for Children, love is any smile.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child regardless of the family's ability to pay. If you know a child that needs help, please call or go online today.
Everyone was right, I was born to ride.
Born to Ride is a multimedia marketing and promotional machine with TV, magazines, streaming radio, and internet advertising opportunities. There are tens of thousands of motorcycles. We reach the people who ride them. Born to Ride. Find out more at borntoride.com.
Born to Ride magazine, the hottest, maddest, most popular magazine for the biker lifestyle. Hard-hitting, action-packed, up-to-date, real content, exclusive stories and interviews that always leave you wanting more. Local and national coverage that you can always count on. Born to Ride magazine can now be delivered directly to your door. $39.95 for 12 issues. Order now. Order now. 888-795-5779 or check out borntoride.com. Born to Ride.
Check out the all-new BornToRide.com with radio, TV, industry, adventure, events, magazine, social media, and much more. It's the all-new BornToRide.com.
Back. Oh, there we go. Wrong button. I got like 99 button here, people. You know what I'm saying? This is Born to Ride Radio on the phone with us tonight. And gonna be at Angel City for the big wrestling, and that's professional wrestling. This ain't no joke. I don't want to pronounce his name wrong because he'll whip my butt. Francisco, and Francisco, you're on the line with me right now.
How are you, man? Francisco Chiasso, the Southeast.
Well, that's what I was going to
Proclamation of the World Wrestling Commission, King of the Southeast. How are you, brother?
I'm doing good, brother, man. And Chiasso. And
close.
Well, I'm doing my best, man. Hey, don't kick my butt, brother. All right, man. Listen, Francisco, you're in here. You're going to Angel City, and it's not just the first time, but I think it might be the first. Well, no, I mean it's not the first time you wrestled, but it may be the first time Angel City actually offered professional wrestling, and it may be something that's really, really, really fantastic. So let's talk about that for a minute, because you're going all the way up there to Georgia to beat somebody's butt. Now, I don't remember who it was that I talked to, but I had a chump on the phone that said, you know, that Francisco, he's just a wussy, and I want to kick his butt all over the ring. And you know what I told him, right? Okay, so go ahead and tell us what you got going on up there on the 19th, because it's like 8 p.m. You guys are going to be in the ring, and you're going to be kicking some butt. Let's hear it, Francisco.
It's going to be pretty crazy, man. You know, Born to Ride presents Angel City Wrestling. We're going to have myself, Stormy Lee, combined. We'll call the Bonnie and Clyde of Professional Wrestling. With the
right, I heard that.
Professional wrestling today. You got the natural Chase Stevens, former TNA world champion. You got Heel Daddy Chris Nelms, the Marquis Bruce team. Anthony Henry, and of course my opponent for that night, the Dream Killer Eric Wayne. He and I are no strangers to one another. In fact, it's no secret to the world of professional wrestling. Him and I are actually a tag team from time to time all across the Southeast. So we're going to be locking horns, and when there's money on the line, there's no honor among thieves. So once we get to Unionville, Georgia, and the gloves come off, we're going to be rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling just like whatever we can do.
Yeah, and that's what we were talking about. I mean, because the other guy that I was talking about earlier was like, and it wasn't the fellow you were talking about. You know, he's like, I want to kick his ass, but actually he's not even coming there. I think he's scared of you. You know, tell us about that, being scared, right?
Well, you know, it's kind of funny, man. No matter what town we go to, no matter what city we roll through, you know, there's always somebody. There's always going to be one, you know, that wants to try it, that wants to test you, wants to see how bad they are. You know, then it goes through slap across their face, and they shit their pants, and you know, it's pretty much done and over with. You know, at that point. But at the end of the day, you know, Francisco Chiazzo again, Southeast Gangster, by proclamation of the World Wrestling Commission, the King of the Southeast. That's not just a moniker. You know, that's a way of life. You know, I run roughshod over everybody across Southeast and Chicago, Texas. I've been to England, China, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, you name it, I've pretty much been there. So it all comes to a head in Unionville, Georgia, on the 19th with you know, Angel City Wrestling. And again, you know, you got a whole card that's full of talent. I mean, you're going to see some of the best talent in the Southeast. You know, pretty much the entire wrestling community knows you know, the guys and girls that are going to be on this card. You know, you've got Stormy Lee, who's my fiance, my better half, as the Bonnie to my Clyde. You know, one half of the power couple is going to be going head-to-head with Island Girl Tracy Taylor, former WWE developmental talent.
Oh, nice.
All over the world herself, in Germany and England and Japan and so on and so forth. And when her and Stormy Lee lock horns, again, they're no strangers to one another. They've been in the ring a time or two. So you know, you got a lot of individuals on this card that they're no strangers to one another. So it's definitely going to be a hot night of action.
And that's what it's all about, because here's what I wanted to say. You know, it's like the other fellow that declined the interview is not even going to come up there, because I'm going to be honest with you, man, I think he's scared. I think he's scared, Francisco. I think he's scared to go up there and get in the ring with you. Now, a lot of people, and all these people say, oh, well, that wrestling, well, that's really fake. Well, I'm going to tell you something. No, it ain't. This is the real deal. You guys go out there, you're in good shape, you make everything happen, and you guys are actually very professional, and you make the stuff, you know, for what it's worth. A lot of rednecks look at it like entertainment, but the truth is that, man, it's a lot of hard work. So explain that, you know, the preparation, and you got to get psyched up for the match, you know, and it's not, you're going to be wrestling somebody that probably not going to have much of a chance against you, brother.
Well, I appreciate the compliment, but you know, there's a ton of, you know, preparation that goes into what we do. You know, we're traveling. You know, I mean, myself and Stormy Lee are on the road at best 4 to 5 days a week. You know, half the time we don't even realize we have an actual home to come home to, because we live out of a car with a suitcase, hotels, rental cars, so on.
Right.
We're pretty much all over the country, and it's you know, you get to the gym, you know, 4 or 5 times a week. You know, try to get, you know, the best best meals that you can possibly get while you're on the road, and you know, we're rolling to once we roll into Unionville on Wednesday night. You know, after that we got Murfreesboro, Tennessee on Friday. Then we've got I have Jackson, Mississippi, and Stormy has Dyersburg, Tennessee, and then you know, we're back at it. You know, we're home for a day on Sunday, and then we're back at it, you know, 2 or 3 days later back on the road. So this is a nonstop, you know, roller coaster ride, and you know, when it's kind of funny. You know, sometimes Stormy will get in the car with me, and she'll say, "Well, where are we going?" Like she just gets in the car, closes her eyes, and we end up in the next town. So you know, half the time she doesn't even know where the hell we're going. You know.
Yeah, but that's cool, because you guys get to stay in the motel every now and then, you know. And I was just on with Wayne from Angel City, and I had him on here for quite a while. We're talking about it, and I think maybe it's the first time he brought it. But you know what? As a biker, I can tell you, and most bikers will agree, and we got a lot of listeners tonight, so here's the deal. I mean, we're actually into professional wrestling, liking it, loving it, and being involved in watching the matches and watching people do what their craft is. Now, there's a lot of people on the card. And I did not know that there was going to be, Stormy Lee was going to be wrestling someone there as well. I understand you guys are together. It's all good. I'm just saying, hey, so there's going to be another dynamic. If you have the girls up there, wrestling and beating the crap out of each other. It's going to be a great, big deal up there at Angel City.
Oh yeah, I mean it's like I said before, you've got I'll run down the entire card of talent. I mean you got the natural Chase Stevens, who anybody who hasn't been living under a rock for the last 10 years, the guy was a total nonstop action TNA original, Impact original out of Nashville, Tennessee, worked his way down to Universal Studios, who on pay-per-views and so on and so forth with TNA, and all over the world back again and again, former world champion. You got the marquee Bruce Santee, stands 6'5", 290 pounds. Former football standout.
Wow, that's large.
Standout. He's a big dude. Him and Chase Stevens are going to be headlining the card. Semi-main event is going to be myself going against Dream Killer Eric Wayne. You've got you've got the ladies match. You've got the Italian Bad Girl by Proclamation Wrestling Fiction. You've got the Queen in the Southeast.
Oh, your phone's going. Yeah, there you go. I can hear you now. Go ahead.
You got Bill and Chris Nelms, who's going to be in a fight against Boxcar Baller. You've got total just incredible athletes like Anthony Henry, who's probably one of the hottest independent light heavyweight prospects in the entire world right now. PWX champion out of North Carolina. So you've got you've got talent from top to bottom, and Roddy Galletti, who put this thing together with my former manager and agent, and Ron Nemi, who used to, anybody who hasn't been living under a rock for probably the last 20 years, anybody who came out of the state of Florida and made it in professional wrestling from probably 96 to 2007, 2008 came through Ron Nemi, and he's the builder of stars, so to speak, in the Southeast, and he's back on the scene, and his first act of being back on the scene is he puts his card together, and what a card it is. April 19th, next Wednesday, we're going to be killing it in Unadilla, Georgia.
Right, and here's the thing, man. You got to understand, I've lived down here ever since they first started this. Essentially, I know you probably remember Gordon Soley and the Fort Homer Hester Lee Armory and all that. It's the WWF and all these things. And, man, what a blast. We used to actually go down there and watch it. But you could see it on TV. They televised all this. And now Ron brought it back. And he brought it back to television with Born to Ride and, the TV wrestling thing that he had going on television. Ron brought all this back. And I remember, because I was a ring announcer, and I'd always, my opinions don't count because, I used to get pounded in there all the time. And it was funny, and it was great. We had a great time. And if a wrestler didn't agree with what I said, you guess who was on the mat, right?
Well, it's definitely going to be a good time, man. I know Fort Hester Lee Armory has got so rich in history, and I actually had the opportunity and the privilege and the honor to wrestle there a few times.
Oh yeah,
it was so neat walking into that building, knowing that the
iconic
Hiro Matsuda, Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, Andre the Giant, Dusty Rhodes. I mean, you name it, they walked through those doors. And I remember the show that I wrestled there was for Howard Brody, and we were in a big war with Howard Brody's group, Ron Nemi's group, IPW, which was on UPN 64 at the time, there in St. Petersburg, and we were going against Howard Brody's group, which was NWA Florida, which was itself rich in history. But we had some great times down in Florida, and of course, we reside out of Nashville, Tennessee right now. But we had some amazing times in Florida, and the history of Tampa wrestling.
Well, I don't know, but I've always believed that it all began there, and I mean it became the biggest, and that's why I said you're talking about iconic people, and some of the guys, and even Terry, Hulk Hogan, and some of those guys that are out there that are still wrestling after all these years. It's not, everybody's like, oh, well, those guys. Yeah, it's a show, but it requires a lot of mental and physical preparation. So tell our viewers what it takes to be what you are, man.
Well, man, it's a lot of work. It's definitely not easy. It's not for the faint of heart. You know, I mean, I've been doing it myself a little over 16 and a half years, and there's been, you get injuries, you get, you're away from your family. There's been times where, I haven't been home for 2 or 3 weeks. Home for a couple of days, just long enough to change bags, change clothes, and back out the door. You miss everything from weddings to birthdays to, I know a lot of friends of mine that are, married and have kids, and, they miss ball games and pageants and, prom days, and, I got a lot of friends that are, full-time in WWE and TNA, and they're traveling all over the world, and there's times where they don't see their house for 3 or 4 weeks, and it's definitely not an easy lifestyle. It's very similar to being in a band, so to speak. That's the only.
Oh yeah, I've been there too.
To what we do, and it's you're basically a touring rock band, but you're wrestlers, and I've been lucky enough to where I've had the opportunity to travel the world, and I started when I was about 22 years old, and I was lucky enough to land in Tampa with Ron Nini's group called IPW, and which I touched on before, and I got groomed by some of the best in the world, and went on to WWE Developmental under Bill DeMott and Tom Pritchard, and then had my run with doing some TNA work from probably about 2002, 2003 to about 2008, off and on. Again, I've traveled England, China, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and it's preparation that goes into what we do is second to none. You've got to be an athlete, you've got to work hard, you got to train hard, you got to eat right, and it's hours upon hours in the car, and it's definitely not an easy lifestyle. Anybody who's getting into this business, my first question to them is why, and it's not that I don't love what I do, it's not that I don't love my career and love the life that I've chosen, but it's sometimes people have a delusion of grandeur and think they're going to make millions in this business, and unfortunately the chances of making millions is very slim to none. And you do this, this is how I make my living. I'm not driving around a Cadillac by no stretch. I mean, I'm doing okay, but I'm not, I'm definitely not living in a 10-bedroom mansion on the hills. But it's what I do, and I'm comfortable. I love entertaining a crowd. You'll see come Wednesday night when that red light goes on and we turn it up. It's like a live rock show, inside that ring, and it's just guys going at it 100 miles an hour. Some guys like each other, some guys don't. Some girls like each other, some girls don't. It's no different than any other business. People can call it whatever they want, but when you step between those ropes, I can't make you believe, Johnny Valentine, it's a quote that I live by. Johnny Valentine said this a long time ago. He said, I can't make you believe what I do is real, but I can make you believe that I am. And when I step in those ropes and you're staring across from me, looking at me in those eyes, there's no doubt that I'm going to punch you in your mouth. So it's
right on.
You got guys like Chase Stevens and Eric Wing and Bruce Santee. Those are the guys that if you're in a bar, and you reach over and accidentally spill their beer, those are the guys that you're going up and buying them 2 beers. If you know what I'm saying?
It's that or 2 black eyes, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And trust me when I tell you, the girls are just as tough,
Oh, I know. I've been there and done that. I've seen it. But, I think a lot of people think that you guys, and I'm going to tell you right now, and listen, Frankie, I won't call you Francisco. Listen, man, brother, how about this? A lot of people think you guys got tour buses and chauffeurs and butlers and all this kind of stuff, and that's not really true. Like you said, you live in the car, you live on the road, you stay in a, you're probably not staying at the, I don't know, you're probably not staying at the Hilton every night, but you're in a hotel, you're on the road, you're touring, and it is what it is, man. So tell us what it is like living the life out there, brother.
It's rough, man. I mean, let me back up. It could be worse. I could have.
Oh, yeah.
Could have a lot worse job, and I could have a lot worse lifestyle. It gets rough sometimes at the end of a 3 or 4 day loop when you've gotten your body's banged up and you're beat up and you're tired and you're irritable and you're stuck in a car and you still got another 8 or 9 hours to go before you get home and you finally get home on like a Sunday or a Monday and know that you're home just just long enough to change bags, take a shower, rest for maybe a half a day, but then you got to get in the gym. You can't rest for too long because you got to get your workouts in, because Lord only knows where you're going to be able to find a gym when you're on the road. A lot of these towns we go to, we know pretty well, so we know where the gyms are, but then there's sometimes where we go to these towns and we don't know anything. So you got to get your workouts in, have your meals prepped, and the real pros take this serious. And you can always tell the real pros from the guys who are a Wednesday night bowling league, so to speak, and the guys that this is a hobby for. And this is definitely not a hobby for me. It's definitely not a hobby for any of the talent that you're going to see next Wednesday night in Angel City, where Born to Bride presents. So, these are 100% pros, guys that have been on TV, are on TV, and that are traveling the world currently and right now. And we just happen to stop off in Unadilla, Georgia, to entertain the crowd there.
Well, I don't know. Have you ever been to Angel City before?
Not to Angel City, but I know where Unadilla is. I pass it a lot of times in my travels. I know exactly where the exits are, because it's, we pass it on the way back and forth to Atlanta, on the way to Florida, and so on and so forth. So I've never been to Angel City itself. I've heard of it, and in fact, I wrestled at Harley dealership at I don't know what exit. It's in Middle Georgia. I can't remember the exact exit, but it's right off of I-75. And I wrestled on the roof of that Harley dealership about 3 years ago, and that was pretty cool.
All right. Well, I'm going to tell you about this place. If you've never been there, you're going to enjoy it. And you're probably going to say, and I was going to tell you, hey, just bring a sleeping bag and hang out, because the guy that owns the place, Wayne, he runs the place. Let me tell you something. It's, I've been there several times for different events, the summer rally, the spring rally, and other events that I've been involved in. However, this place is unlike any other. And they said, yep, we're setting up the wrestling, and we think everybody's going to love it. And you're going to see a lot of surprise. I mean, this guy, he doesn't charge people. You get a 5-day pass for, I think it was $55, and if you want to camp, or pitch a tent, $5, that kind of thing. I mean, it's so inexpensive. $2 beers, and the food's great. Everything about Angel City is going to be great. And if you've never worked there, wrestled there, or whatever, I understand, but once you go, you're going to say, and if I'm wrong, man, next time I'm announcing, in the ring, of course, you have the option of slamming me again. But the point is that this place is unique. It's like a town in itself. You will not believe it when you get there. And I think you're going to put on a hell of a show. Not sure who's on the ticket with you, but I know that, like I said, I tried to get other people that was like, oh, yeah, well, you know what? I'm going to kick his ass, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. And I'm like, all right, prove it, man. Come on, say something. He won't get on the radio with me, so at least you get on the radio with me, right?
Absolutely, man. I really do appreciate you guys having me, and I will see everybody on next Wednesday at Unadilla, Georgia. Born to Ride presents Angel City Wrestling. We look forward to seeing everybody there, and everybody has safe travels, and we'll definitely see you Wednesday night.
So, anything else you want to give us a little insight on, what might be going on and what might be happening other than just you kicking butt? And the girls kicking butt. I think that there's going to be a big ticket up there.
Yeah, it definitely is, man. It's going to be a crazy night. I don't want to give too much away on what I plan on doing. I want everybody to come out and see for themselves and support the event and have a great time and be safe and enjoy the wrestling and enjoy the whole day at Unadilla and Angel City, and of course stick around 8 o'clock bell time. The ring's going to be set up early, and we'll definitely see you guys all there.
Yeah, and that's the other thing, man. It's 8 o'clock at night, bell time, under the lights, in the squared circle, and we're going to tear it up, and you're going to win, right, brother?
Absolutely, you got it, man. I got to pay my electric bill, man. I got to win this match.
I know how that feels. I'm sitting behind the board talking on a microphone, and I'm a tough guy, man. But no, you guys.
I appreciate you having me. I'm gonna head. I'm just pulling up to the gym, so let me get running here, and I'll talk to you guys on next Wednesday night.
Francisco, thanks a lot, man. Good luck on Wednesday, and we'll talk to you again. Might even have you back on Tuesday night again next week. We'll see how it rolls here on Born to Ride Radio. Thank you for spending your time with us tonight. Wow.
Thank you, brother. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
All right, see you, brother. Thanks for calling, and thanks for having us. And thanks for being at Angel City with Born to Ride and the wrestling show, man. It's a big, big, big thing that's coming up. And for whatever it's worth, people, there's nothing not to like about Angel City. I said it to him. I said it to everybody tonight. And as far as I'm concerned, if you don't go, you're going to miss a hell of a show. Might as well check in on Wednesday. Take a vacation. Come to the wrestling on Wednesday night. Like you said, first bell, 8 p.m. Want to call in and say something? Now is your turn. 813-756-6444. I got the phone lines open. And if you want to say something, I mean, hey, you know, it's your stage. Wow, it's going to be a big show, and we thanks a lot to Wayne from Angel City and Francisco for being up there and making it happen. And you know, I don't care what you think about wrestling, man. You know, you can say, well, I'm going to hold the ad up here because here's what the real deal is. The real deal is, if you think it's easy, get out there and do it yourself, because it ain't easy. You run the roads, like you said, I'm pulling up to the gym. Well, we're all on Eastern Standard Time. It's 10:30. And guess what he's doing? He's going in there to work out, get ready for this big program that's coming up at Angel City. Wednesday night, it's going to be a big ticket. You guys, you'll never know. You'll never know how it will go. So I'm going to prop up my guys, you know, Kevin Buckler and Adobe Road Winery. I didn't even have any there. They're supposed to send me a case of wine. No, not really. I wanted to prop up those guys because we're going to have the entire thing in a live interview next week. But you have to understand what the Racers Group does and what they do. And I know y'all saw it on the top of the program, which is essentially what we did on Born to Ride TV. What a great show. And the thing is these guys are on the road all the time, making stuff happen, making things that most people could not conceive happen. You know, driving race cars inches from a wall that could take your life or ruin your equipment or whatever. And what a great, great, exhilarating feeling. I mean, I know it's like, oh, Craven, you're just talking a bunch of crap. Sorry, I had to itch my ear. No, I'm not talking a bunch of crap. Yeah, we're all bikers, and we like to go out there and split lanes and, you know, take risks and go 100 mile an hour and all that. But sorry about your luck. These guys do the same thing, but they do it. And guess what? They're not really getting rich doing that. I mean, there's a lot of pride that goes into standing on the podium as the winner, second place or third place. There's a lot to it. There is a lot of stuff going on with that. So we're going to have more interviews with those guys. Bob Page and Kevin Buckler and some of the other people are going to be on the program. We'll interview them live here on Born to Ride Radio. Now, what do you want to do now? Well, if you want to call in, I'm going to give you. Yeah, we're going to run out of time on the program because I got to post this thing up, and I have to. I have. What do you want to do? Tell me. Call me. Say something. Man, really? I've got all this stuff here, and I almost thought about giving you a music video for a second because we were talking to Wayne, and yeah, you know, maybe I'll do it anyway. I'm feeling brave right now. I don't know why. The equipment's been working good. We had a technical issue with the telephones yesterday. All repaired, all good, everything's fine. And tonight, everything's working good. We want anybody that wants to call in to call in. Just do it. 813-756-6444. If you want it now, I got a line open for you. And let's see, we covered Angel City. We covered everything we had to cover with all the people tonight. So what we're going to do now is we're going to just keep moving. Oh, yeah, I forgot about scooters. I'll be there May the 7th. This is going to be fun. Might as well just do it. Come out, see us. We're going to be at Scooter Saloon right there, Brandon Harley, May the 7th. I guess I'm going to be the guy that's talking the crap on the microphone, which is what I do on Born to Ride Radio and all my other shows. Every time, that's what happens. So I want to leave you with a musical break here for a second, and then I'm going to come back, and we'll put somebody else on the air. Stay tuned to Born to Ride Radio. I'm Craven Moorhead from Born to Ride, and I'm going to be right back with you after my short nature break, I guess you call it. What do you want to say? It's a nature break.
Like a drunk man every morning, I need to have a shot to get that fire burning in my blood. Gets me going where I'm going and fills up all my thoughts. As smooth as number 7 on my tongue. Just a little on my lips is all I need to live. She's a lot like whiskey, just a taste stays with me. Strong enough to wake me and take me through the day. She's inside my senses. She's my one addiction. I can't put her down and walk away. She's a lot like whiskey. There's a cloud 9 kind of feeling in her 80-proof kiss that I can't buy or find in any liquor store. In the way the scent of her perfume lingers on my skin, always leaves me thirsting for more. It don't take much at all to make me 10 feet tall. She's a lot like whiskey, just a taste stays with me. Strong enough to wake me and take me through the day. She's inside my senses. She's my one addiction. I can't put it down and walk away. She's a lot like whiskey. She's a lot like whiskey, just a taste stays with me. Strong enough to wake me and take me through the day. She's inside my senses. She's my one addiction. I can't put it down and walk away. She's a lot like whiskey. She's a lot like whiskey. says it's 108. The sweat soaking up the back of my shirt. I'm as thirsty as this red dirt clay. It's Friday night, almost quitting time, and the boys wanna have some fun. They like to kick back with a nice cold draft and an oversized frosted mug. I like a hard one, riding shotgun, all snuggled up next to me. A cute little sun drop in a tank top with her hair blowing in the breeze. Smelling good, looking fine, wants to party all night. When the working day is done, I like a hard one. Yeah, you know I do. It turns me on when she starts painting them toenails with them pretty feet up on the dash. She'll crank it up loud and sing to the crowd with her Springsteen, Petty and Cash. Got the grill in the back and the coolers packed with some steaks and a case of light. I ain't worried at all if the temperature falls and it gets a little cold tonight. I like a hard one, riding shotgun, all snuggled up next to me. A cute little sun drop in a tank top with her hair blowing in the breeze. Smelling good, looking fine, wants to party all night. When the working day is done, I like a hard one. She starts a fire every time we kiss and touches me with those fingertips. Ain't never letting go of this. I like a hard one, riding shotgun, all snuggled up next to me. A cute little sun drop in a tank top with her hair blowing in the breeze. Smelling good, looking fine, wants to party all night when the working day is done. Yeah, I like a hard one. Yeah, I like a hard one. Hard
Hello, guys. Yeah, what's happening? It's Born to Ride Radio. Hi, I'm Craven. I'm back, and I was playing. You know how the nature break goes. Well, I was playing Soul Circus Cowboys, who, by the way, are going to be appearing at Angel City. We had a long interview with Wayne from Angel City. And we had a long interview with Francisco the Wrestler, and a long interview with, where did my notes go? We've had a lot of people on the show tonight, man. Are you guys having a good time? Because, really, I am. We want you to, we want you to enjoy being here with us every Tuesday night and not say, oh, well, you know, it's same old, because it's really not. We always got somebody new and compelling, you know, and something. I've got piles and piles of notes here about what we do and about how we handle the show, and that is to bring you, the biker community, interesting, compelling, and positive information. And before I go too far, at the top of the show, I was talking about the Bikers in Blue poker run. their second one for Autism Speaks. So that's coming up this weekend, the 15th. Starts at P.J. Dolan's Irish Pub and Grill. And 2836 East Barris Avenue in Tampa, Florida. Goes to several different places, and it supports Autism Speaks. Want to call in and talk about it? Want to call in and say anything? Want to say, hey, Craven, you suck. We don't want to talk about you. We hate you or something. Go ahead, say it. 813-756-6444. You may call in. I know the line's been busy all night. My bad. But I had people I had to talk to. What do you want me to do? We want to try to get everybody in here and try to get everybody lined up and making things happen. So, yeah, man, holler at us. 813-756-6444. And, wow, what a good night, because we had people unexpectedly to interview. We covered some major events, the Wildwood camping and biking, Born to Ride, big ass rally. And we had Angel City. We covered all of that. And we covered Angel City Wrestling, which is the first time that he's ever done that up there. Not that it's not a good thing, because it is, because wrestling is wrestling and everybody loves it. and I have so many notes about the P.J. Dillon's thing that's coming up on Saturday, the 15th. That's only a few days away, guys and gals. You're helping a good cause, and when you go on that poker run, hey, you might even want to give the money back. I've always been to these charity events, and I've never seen anybody say, well, I'm going to take all the dough and run, even though we're all broke. And you know what? I understand we're all broke. We were just talking to Francisco about that, man. It ain't easy to be out there on the road and to have to deal with, living out of your car, hotel rooms, and going from place to place to place. And no, you know what? There's really no tour bus. You don't live with a butler. You're not a millionaire. You might be able to make a living, but there's a lot of physical stuff that goes along with it. I mean, being a wrestler. And what I want you guys to do is to check out borntoride.com. We put these shows up here, and a lot of people play them back. Sometimes it's really worth it to hear what you missed. If you missed something, well, you won't miss it for long. Because we archive all these shows, not only on our channel at Pirate-Radio-Network, but on borntoride.com. You go to borntoride.com, you can go back and see all the shows that we've done. Plus, you can see the TV show, which, by the way, a lot of people really liked last Sunday night. I sat here, saw myself on TV. No, not like I haven't seen myself on TV before, but it's always a good experience when you can sit back and watch yourself on TV, I guess. Maybe. But I hope you guys enjoyed the program. And, it's coming to a close, kind of. We have to do what we have to do, and that is we have to stay within our time constraints, and so that we can publish this up to the web for you guys to look at. It's sort of like Francisco having to say, man, I'm at the gym, man. Thanks for having me on. You got to do what you got to do. And for me, it's like, I'll give you the rollout and I'll keep it rocking as long as I can. I mean, I could just sit here and play music all night, or I could just take calls all night. But for right now, I think we covered. If you're not going to Angel City, man, you guys are going to miss out. I told you about that event. I told you about the Scooter Saloon Biker Bash. And told you about the Wildwood camping event. All this sponsored by Born to Ride. The only thing I didn't get into was a couple of things. One of them, I'll get to that later. Because next week I'm going to be right back here talking the same stuff and letting you know what's going on. So remember, every Tuesday night, it's here. It's Born to Ride. It's Born to Ride Radio, and we try to keep you guys entertained, and that's what we do. I hope you enjoyed the program. And, hey, you know what? We're going to be back. So, stay tuned for more on Born to Ride Radio. Oh, what? Oh, there it goes. And I will apologize to those people that weren't able to, in the last couple of days, call in because there was an issue with the phone system, and now that it's repaired, hopefully everybody got through that wanted to, and everybody had a good time on the radio tonight. So we're going to keep it rocking and rolling here at Born to Ride Television, Radio, the website, borntoride.com. Multimedia all the way around, facebook.com/Born to Ride. A lot of other things. I think that's what it is. We keep it going. Social media, television, radio. We keep it rocking for all you people. So make sure you keep rocking with us here at Born to Ride, because for whatever it's worth, it's the best. Make sure to stay tuned. We're always here. Give us a holler, 813-756-6444. We love you for watching. And we'll be back next Tuesday with all this and more and more and more.
Born to live, live to ride, ride to live. I was born to ride. American built, we forever unite. That's the deal. I was born to ride.
Ride is brought to you in part by 866 Law Friend. Ride safe, ride smart. Offices in Tom Harbor.
For all those people that are all smartened up talking kids, Arnie and K-Fizz, and they know what's going on. What you gonna do when Born to Ride runs wild on you, brother?
When it comes to affordable motorcycle insurance in Florida, Georgia, or Alabama, there's only one name to remember: Jeff Ard.
With over 30 years of of riding experience, Jeff recognizes what a biker looks for when it comes to coverage for their bike. He understands the benefits that are available to you to get the most coverage for the most practical price. Benefits like taking the Safe Rider course, organizational discounts, prior insurance discounts, Safe Rider discounts, and Jeff provides a transfer discount, which means that if you have the coverage now and you bring that coverage to Allstate, you will receive up to an 18% discount for the first year, a 12% savings for the second year, and continues with a 7% discount for the third year.
If it's available, Jeff's going to make sure you have it.
Jeff Art Insurance, serving Florida, Georgia, and Alabama. Call 850-575-2533 or get a free quote today at jeffartinsurance.com.
What can Jeff do for you?
Find us on Facebook, Born to Ride TV and magazine, the ultimate multimedia biker experience.
So, what is love? Love is being independent. Love is dancing. At Shriners Hospital for Children, love is a new smile.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child regardless of the family's ability to pay. If you know a child that needs help, please call or go online today.
Everyone was right, I was born to ride.
Born to Ride is a multimedia marketing and promotional machine with TV, magazines, streaming radio, and internet advertising opportunities. There are tens of thousands of motorcycles. We reach the people who ride them. Born to Ride. Find out more at borntoride.com.
Born to Ride magazine, the hottest, maddest, most popular magazine for the biker lifestyle. Hard-hitting, action-packed, up-to-date, real content, exclusive stories and interviews that always leave you wanting more. Local and national coverage that you can always count on. Born to Ride magazine can now be delivered directly to your door. $39.95 for 12 issues. Order now. Order now. 888-795-5779 or check out borntoride.com. Born to Ride.
Check out the all-new BornToRide.com with radio, TV, industry, adventure, events, magazine, social media, and much more. It's the all-new BornToRide.com.
Well, that's all, folks. Glad you guys stayed tuned in with me. But right now, I got to make some changes to some stuff. Guess where I'm going? I know. Everybody says it. Might as well admit it. Yeah. ACDC. Highway